Man, I wonder what's gonna happen this week.
I bet we get more flashbacks.
I wonder if it's going to be a shorter episode.
Everybody be quiet. It's starting.
Welcome to the Book of Boba Fett watch party. Enjoy.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another live stream. I'm going to have a couple guests on tonight. I'm going to bring them in here in just a second. But welcome back. It is a Book of Boba Fett watch party chapter 6. Can you believe we're already at chapter 6? We got this week and then we got next week. Al's Bricks, you like the intro? You like that? I'm glad you guys like that. That was all me doing all the voices. All right, I've got a special guest who's here already. Ryan from I Am Geek Show. There you are. How are you doing tonight, man?
Doing great. How are you doing?
Good. Honestly, I was a little bit tired earlier. I was hanging out. I got home from work, did the thing, dinner. Was hanging out with the wife. We were watching some show on HBO. I forget what it is. It's definitely not family friendly. Throwing a few back, and afterwards I was like, I am tired. I was like, I'm going to die. There's no way I make it through tonight. So I jumped in the shower, just got refreshed, poured myself another one, and I'm like, we're going to get through this. It's going to be a fun night tonight. I'm excited. How are you feeling?
Doing good. I mean, it's late here, but, I'm kind of excited if my mic is on the right mic. But
Well, I can hear you okay, and I think everyone else can hear you okay. Again, in the chat, let everybody know. Let us know if you can hear us and see us just fine. If something's up. I got a lot of people saying, hey, Ryan, what's going on? They're happy to see you. Happy to see you again. Thomas Hudson says, Tano, the next... You know what's funny, Tom? This is something I looked into doing years and years ago. Oh, I think I lost Ryan. He'll be back in a minute. But voice acting is something I actually did look into a while back. And I may get into it. But it's something I've always loved. So it's funny you say that. Well, you can hear him. You can see him, or at least you could while he was still on. I'm sure he'll be back in a second. Once he'll call back using the link, and I'll throw him back in. Good to go, guy. Well, it was good to go. Again, we've got about 43 people in here right now. If you guys could do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button if you appreciate what's going on, if you like hanging out. I've got my special designated Jawa Juice, not Jawa Goose. My dog is the goose. Shinra, do you remember Grogurt? Do you remember Grogurt? Now, here's the deal. Grogurt may show up tonight. Or can I find him? Is he here? Where's Grogurt? There we go. Grogurt will show up tonight for Super Chats. Unless the show's running. He'll show up before and after the show if Super Chats come through. Just want to let you know. Lord Crazy Boy says, how long till? It's 10:33 now. We've got an hour and 27 minutes until the show starts. Probably less because it ends up coming on about 10 minutes before. Do I think Boba is a Mando? If Mandalorian is a creed and not a race or not a, then yeah. Yeah, I do. All right, let me see if I can throw Ryan back on here. You're back.
all right.
Oh, no worries. Glad to see you back.
All right, there we go.
Cool. All right, let's see here. Oh, there you go. Got your popcorn and your milk duds ready to go, Don. Ready to go. Yeah. All right, so everyone says we're coming in. Everyone was saying they could see you and hear you just fine before you disappeared, so that's a good thing.
Good.
So, last week, and we may have another guest. Dorothy Chernal's probably going to be popping by, I think. I haven't heard from him. I messaged him earlier. I was like, you coming by? Oh, here we go. Oh, no, so not this week. He just got up. Next week for sure. Cool, it's me and you for now. There it is.
Go.
No worries at all. All right, cool. So, how are you feeling after last week's episode? Oh, there he is. Yeah. Just kidding. Well, go ahead. I'll throw him in after you let me know how you're feeling about last week.
Oh, I thought it was great. The whole time, the meme with Leonardo DiCaprio where he's snapping at the
pointing.
screen.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That was me the entire episode. It's like, oh, yep. When BD1 came, or the BD unit came on the screen, I lost
BD
it.
droid.
Got mine right there. back there.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, there it is. Did you set that up just for the stream, or was it already there?
Yeah. So
You did. Of course. You have to, right? You got to.
Yeah, gotta put on a show.
I mean, I immediately dug this thing out. I ran to the garage and I was like, "Oh no, I have to get this ready. I've got to be ready for the." First thing in the morning, I just went and took pictures outside. No, there it is. The 2012 version or the original? I think yours is the original, like mine.
The original, yeah.
Yeah, same one I got.
Yeah.
All right, I've got Darth Eternal here in the greed room. I'm going to add him in here. What's going on? How are you doing tonight? Oh, I can't hear you.
I thought I'd
there
hop
he
off
is.
for like a little bit. I'm like,
There he is. There you are. Cool.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you good now.
Yes. What's up, guys? What's going on?
Yeah, welcome. You get a little nap in?
Dude, I'm so tired. I got up. I'm like, because I'm actually doing a stream at 2, so I'm like, let me hop on really quickly because I'm like, I gotta support my guy. Like, I
appreciate you, man.
channel.
I
So I was
appreciate
like, yeah, man. How's everything with you guys?
Good. You know what? It looks like we just got a super chat. So I think my
Oh.
friend Grogert's going to show up real quick. Let me
that's
see. Is he here? Where the heck is Grogert here? Oh, yeah. Why, thank you so much, Indie Outlaw. Look at that big old super chat. It's covering my face. It says, hey, Dad, you got a winter storm and an emergency. Oh, no, you better stay safe. You won't be able to hang out all night, but you love Grogert. Well, thank you, Indie Outlaw. I appreciate you so much. That guy's wild. He just shows up whenever there's super chats that come through, so he might interrupt here and there. Just fair warning, guys. He's keeping the old star speeder fueled with super chats. So appreciate you, Indie Outlaw. Thank you so much for that.
Oh man, that's a Kodak moment, dude.
Oh, he loves to show up at the most inopportune moments. It's great.
Oh man, what a way to wake up, man.
Yeah.
Just woke up.
Yep. Yeah, it's been a minute. He was here a lot about a year ago, and then I didn't know where he went. He disappeared, went on his own adventures, but he's been back. He was back last week. He's back now.
His comeback is a warm welcome. So yeah. Oh man, that's funny. By the way, nice to meet you. I didn't even get.
It's Ryan.
I'm Ryan.
Ryan.
This is Ryan.
What's up, dude? That's awesome.
Darth Eternal,
Nice to
Rob.
meet you.
Oh, yeah.
There's 3 of us. That's awesome, man. That is so cool, man. It's so cool. Now it's a party.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I gotta ask, man, because I'm gonna be on here for a few minutes. I gotta ask you guys, what are you expecting for this episode? Like, there's just one episode left after today. Like, mind blowing. That's it.
I try not to have too many crazy expectations on this stuff.
Today's the day.
Today is the day. You're right. No, you're right. I kind of don't think we're gonna get Grogu. Sorry, not Groger. Groger will be around for the stream. Grogu. I don't think we're gonna get. I don't think we're gonna get Grogu tonight. I have a feeling we won't. And please, one thing I do want to reiterate: if you know something, especially these next 2 weeks, if you do know something, no spoilers at all, no hints or nothing. Okay, cool. Just want to make sure that's clear.
I figured that.
But yeah, I don't think we're gonna get Grogu this round. I think we may see Mando, but I don't think we're gonna get a whole episode on Mando again. I
don't think so either.
And I'd be okay with it, but I think we need Boba. We need Boba back, and I think we're gonna see Boba being bad.
Yeah, I think that's something that we need to go back to. Ryan, what do you think? I'll just chime in after, and then that's when I'll probably head off. But I want to get yours, Ryan. What do you think?
I don't think we'll see Grogu. I don't think we even see Mando. I don't think we'll see either one of them. I think it's going to go back. I think Mando will come back for the last episode.
I
agree with the cavalry coming in. I don't think we'll see him.
I agree.
And I hope that doesn't ruin this episode for people where they're going to complain and say, well, where did Mando go? We want it back. Because, I mean, this is the Book of Boba Fett. So
that's
Thomas Hudson brings up Afro. We need Afro to show up. Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah, that would be. And we spoke about it on your channel, actually. I wouldn't be surprised. She comes out in the Ahsoka series, which makes more sense. So
that does make sense. Yeah, that makes sense. That might be a possibility.
Yeah. I think to close that one up, for me, I agree with you both. I think that to get Mando again, I think would be too much for the Book of Boba Fett, because I think last week when we got that episode, it really kind of like, I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of like a slap in the face, because it just showed you how awesome like Mando is, and it's like we really like he really kind of like it's like the whole season just was on that one episode, and it's kind of scary, to be honest with you. It's really scary.
Yeah, no, I get it. To see, I mean, that one episode of Mando was the Book of Boba Fett, and a lot of people feel like that. But I think maybe we got to see a broken down Boba, only to end up redeeming him at the end. Because you know, all it takes is a win. As long as you end on a win, the whole everything that came before doesn't matter. As long as you end on that high note. So I think maybe it's kind of been a slow burn, and we're just gonna end up next week being like, what the heck happened?
I do believe that. I think that I honestly believe that episode definitely, you know, I think it was a good episode to show us what season 3 is gonna look like for the Mandalorian. I think that's what it was a setup for, just kind of like we had the Book of Boba episode in the Mandalorian. We need Baby Rancor. I think that's what that episode was. It was to show us what season 3 will look like, you know, on the hunt for Grogu, what it will look like. But I think going forward, I think it's going to focus more back on what Boba needs to be doing and focus on the Pikes a little bit more.
Yes, we need to wrap that up.
Yeah, and I think that possibly, because again, I know they did, I mean, this is not a spoiler. I mean, Tamora Morrison did say it in the interview that it looks like they're going to have another season. So I think that last episode, kind of like what you said, Dan, is going to wrap up, and it's going to be a hitter. And it's where we might see, like Ryan said, we might see Mando or a possible other bounty hunter that might come into the mix that a lot of fans are basically waiting on. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's one of those two, to be honest.
Yeah, it's got to be something big. They got to do something big for the last episode.
Yeah, they have to. It makes total sense to have it like that. I mean, I don't think they're going to focus on another episode on Mando to see if him get... I think, to be honest with you, if we do see Mando this episode, I think it would be a post him seeing Grogu, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Let that happen, or we flash back to it in Mando season 3 or something. But we don't. I don't think we need that in Book of Boba Fett. I don't think we need to see that now. We can see it later, but
I think it's just being hopeful. I think fans just want to see Mando, and it's like I said, it's a little scary because it's an original character. You know, it's a character, you know, from the old season. It's like the fact that we got Mando, and people need to remember too. It's one episode. Like we have to remember, the Mandalorian had a bunch of episodes that people were complaining about too. It wasn't like it wasn't just, you know, a season where it was like, there were so many things. I remember, you know, with season 2, there were filler episodes. People were like, this is a filler. What's going on? So not every episode will be like this one that we got. And on that note, I appreciate you. I got to actually head off.
You got to head out.
Thank you so much.
I'm glad you stopped by, man.
Yes, thank you so much for having me, Ryan. It was a pleasure to meet you. Hope to see you again. And can't wait to chat, Dan, on what we thought.
Yeah, if it's wild and you end up doing a stream tomorrow, let me know.
I
may have to join you.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you guys for having me, and we'll talk and have fun, guys.
Later, all right, have a good night, man. Enjoy tonight.
Yep, you too. Later.
All right, so this is an interesting thing. I put it up on the screen. MagFed Mandalorian says Boba might be the mythosaur who rises. Possibly, or Mando, but it was very peculiar. Like they specifically mentioned that like, and also they told Mando that if you go into the waters under the mines, you know, or whatever, to purify yourself, then you'll be let back in. There's something to that too. I mean, that wasn't just a throwaway line. They added that in for a reason. So I don't know if it's going to be Boba. I don't know if it's going to be Mando. But I think one of them rides a mythosaur pretty soon.
Yeah, Boba does have the mythosaur skull as basically his emblem. So there is that. There is that. Yeah. So,
no, I'm stoked. Droid Shelf says Cad Bane. That would be awesome.
Oh,
that would be so awesome to see something like that.
Yeah.
So this is a question: what did he get made for Grogu? What do you think? The armor made for
chainmail. I think it's.
I think so too. I mean, they showed the little chains, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what else it could be other than that. And then it fit into that small bag, and it was kind of, you know, it wasn't huge, so it wasn't like a solid piece, something that would move. Like chainmail would be perfect for that. I definitely think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Kurt here from Star Wars Workshop. I feel like this episode will be split between Mando and Boba. That's fair. I could see that. Because I also think it's kind of a hard wall to hit to give us that much good Mandalorian last week, and then this week give us nothing. So I could see the split happening. That to me makes sense.
I mean, it was sort of like the Ahsoka episode in
Yeah.
Mandalorian season 2.
Yeah.
She came in, she did her thing, and then she was out.
Peters here says Book of Boba Fett Twitter account is promoting tonight's episode with the chainmail Hank package that looks like Grogu. Yeah, the little with the ears.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, so maybe we will see Grogu then. If they're promoting
Have you seen Mark Hamill's Twitter feed of late?
I have not. I have not seen it. Not in the last couple days, at least.
He's been doing these teases about something he has coming up. And he says that it'll all be, I think this was yesterday. He said you won't have to wait long, just about a day.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That is very. You know what? I'm gonna look up.
He's in Canada.
I mean, and Mark Hamill's not the kind to like actually give a real big spoiler. He's also a jokester. You know, like he's always pulling something. So I wonder what that is. I do want to find it though. Now that you mention it,
let's see if it's still on there.
Oh, I see his mystery challenge. Mark's mystery challenge is that.
Yeah.
Starbucks coffee. Clue number 3 as of January 30th. Clue number 2 is a cloud. Clue number 1 is 2 rocks. Sorry, it cut out. The stream cut out. I'm back. Oh no. Are you back? My stream cut out. My software just crashed. Everything just crashed. So we should be back up and live again. Hopefully everybody's back. Yeah, I see an oops. I see, it's back now. That's good. That's good. Sorry, I was opening the Twitter feed. Maybe it was too much. I should probably close out a couple applications while I'm while I'm here. I've got a lot going. I got my Photoshop running. I've got all kinds of other. I think I have Final Cut open. Yeah, I probably should have cut a lot of this stuff earlier. Let's make sure we got some memory freed up so I don't have anything else cancel. Of course, I've got a bunch of Shop Disney because of today's Galactic Star Cruiser.
Yes.
I've got a bunch of windows open for that. All right, so let's take it easy on Chrome. Sorry, Chrome. I had too much going on. My bad. All right, we're back down. Hopefully it doesn't crash again. Sorry, guys. I'm glad you're all back. I'm glad you all stayed and stuck around. But 2 rocks. Mark Hamill tweeted 2 rocks. The next one was clouds. And the third clue was a picture of Starbucks.
And then there was Mark's. Clue number 4 was a picture of the McDonald's arches.
Oh, that's weird. And so it could honestly have nothing to do with it.
Yeah, it probably has nothing to do with it.
It's probably just Mark Hamill toying with us all like he loves to do. It was Mark Hamill. Yeah, Mark Hamill killed the stream. Yeah. Don's asking, is your BD1 full size?
It's like, I don't know if it's full size. It's probably like, here, I can grab it. He's probably like 70% maybe.
Oh yeah, that's a good size though. Like that's not tiny.
I have a Cal Kestis cosplay that I wear to conventions and stuff. So I made him to sit on my shoulder, but he's too top heavy and he does.
Oh really?
But yeah.
Another Ryan from the droid group, Mubo's Droid Builders Club, he has one that he wears to the parks, and it's got magnets on it that keeps it on. But his, I think, is a little smaller than yours. Yours looks pretty large.
Yeah, I tried magnets on this one, and he's so top heavy. He was just like, bleh. So I just decided. And he has lights that light up in the back, but they're not charged right now.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Alicia here says, chainmail makes the most sense. It can be adjusted as he grows, and it's smart armor for saber wielders that flip around in battle. Yeah, oh yeah, that is smart. Because if it was more steady, he wouldn't be able to flip around, and we know his species is apt to doing a lot of flipping around if he's going to fight like Yoda does.
Yep.
All right, let's see what we got here.
Oh, thank you for the BD comment.
Oh, you know what? I think I missed a super. Let me just make sure. I don't know if I missed a super chat. but when everything went down, I might have missed one. Okay, no, I didn't. Cool. I saw something weird pop up when the stream jumped back open. All right. Let me jump back through. Was the Starbucks coffee iced coffee?
I think it was just a picture of the Starbucks sign.
Yeah, it was just a picture of the building outside. Are we going to see an older Grogu? I don't think enough time has passed.
It's going to be teenage Grogu.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they age.
Leave me alone,
Well, they age
man.
super slow, though.
Yeah.
They age super slow, not super fast. So, yeah, I don't think enough time has passed. It's only been probably, what, a couple months? Maybe a year. Maybe. But it seems fairly fresh. So, I don't know. Someone says an emo Grogu. Yeah. So earlier I did put a poll up in the chat. We got about 106 votes. Will we see Mando and Grogu tonight? 59% say yes, 60 now say yes, and 40% say no. So it's not definite. You know, it's kind of a split, but people are leaning towards yes, we will see them. Interesting. Shendra says Grogu is 50 and hasn't passed toddler. Yeah, that's a good point. It's a very good point. Just that Han Solo was stuck between a rock and a hard case, then went to Cloud City, then was put on ice. Okay, I see where you're going with that, Jeffrey. I understand the rocks. Then we saw clouds, right? Was it rocks, clouds, Starbucks, and then the arches? Then what are the golden arches in that? I wonder. Galen Howard says, "Hit the like button, y'all." Yeah, we've got looks like 71 viewers right now, but only 59 likes. Some of you need to hit that thumbs up button. Aiden asks, do you think we're going to get Mace Windu today? I don't.
I know.
I don't think we will.
Yeah, I don't know if that's ever going to happen.
It seems a little out of left field. Like, if they do, I don't know. I kind of agree with you. I don't think it is ever going to happen. It'd be a little too much. I don't know.
We might get another bounty hunter tonight.
Yeah, I would like that. Let's see here. Bo-Katan? Possibly. If it's Mando heavy, then Bo-Katan's a high possibility.
Yeah. Who would you like to see train Mando Din with the Darksaber?
Ooh, I don't know. I mean, so Bo-Katan had it. I'm not a Clone Wars buff. So honestly, the whole Mandalore section of Clone Wars is my weakest part of Star Wars lore. Rebels, I remember Sabine had it for a minute, but Bo-Katan had the Darksaber in Clone Wars, if I remember correctly.
She got it, but I don't know.
It wasn't won properly or whatever, but she had it and wielded it.
Just given, I think if I remember correctly, it was given to her by Sabine, and then she basically held it up for Mandalore, and that was pretty much.
And that was kind of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if she's the person to train Mando, you know? Because we're learning now that it gets heavier with each swing, right? What they said last week.
Yeah.
And you kind of have to like be attuned to it in order to wield it properly. So I don't know if Bo-Katan is the person, especially if she was somewhat cursed.
Yeah, I would love to see Sabine be the one that trains him. That would be sort of cool. Since basically she was trained, so she knows how to train with it. Because in Rebels she was properly trained how to use it, and even it became lighter to her and attuned to her, so she could do it. It'd be cool if they did it maybe with a crossover with Ahsoka. That's how he meets Sabine.
Yes, something like that would be cool. I would like that. Yeah. But we're in an interesting spot, right? Because the Armorer in the old ways, at the end of Mando Season 2, he kind of learned from Bo-Katan and Casca Reeves, right? That's her name, Casca Reeves, that the Armorer in this old way of thinking was one thing, and his mind got open a little bit, right? And then he was more open to taking his helmet off because he was like, oh, well, that's a antiquated way of doing things. And then last week we saw him kind of go back to that. And specifically, I rewatched it last night with my wife, and we were watching it, and I noticed the Armorer said something about there being 3 of us now. She's like, there are only 3 of us now in this group. And I don't know if that included Mando.
Yeah, that's what I was
Or if that meant there was them 2, her, the heavy, Vizsla, I forget his first name,
Yeah, Paz, I think.
Paz Vizsla, I believe you're right. I think that's what it is. Paz Vizsla and someone else? Or was Mando the third? Either way, they're a small group. Definitely antiquated views. Still, like practicing the old ways. And Mando just booked it. He just he's like, I gotta go find my friend. Thanks for the armor. I'm gonna go to Tatooine, figure out a ship situation, let him back to Peli. And I just don't know. Last week, he's gonna go find his little friend, and that's all we know. And I just don't know where he leans. He's kind of in the balance right now. He could go back to the armorer, or he could go towards Bo-Katan. We don't know. It could go either way. I don't know.
I don't think we talked about this on I Am Geek this last week. We did a show on just this episode because it was just so good. But I don't think the armorer wanted him to have the Darksaber at all. Like, I think she was hoping that he would get beat in battle, and then when he didn't get beat in battle, I think she knew that his helmet had come in. He had taken his helmet off, so he said, "Okay, I couldn't get you this way, but I'm going to get you this way."
Gotcha.
And you're out.
And so she sent him on the impossible task of like, well, you have to go cleanse yourself in the waters of the mines.
I think
because he said it's like, well, those have all been blown up or whatever, and and they showed us that earlier.
Yeah, I think they're going to turn it into Death Watch.
Ooh,
I think the armor and Paz, because he has a past with that in his family. I think they're going to be Death Watch, and it's going to be crazy.
Alejandro brings up a good point. He did ask, how can he redeem himself?
Yeah.
Mando asked that himself. It wasn't just she didn't say, hey, if you want to redeem yourself, go do this crazy impossible thing. He asked. It's a great point, Alejandro. Let's see here. What else we got in the chat here? Melody Hudson says, Ahsoka would be good too. She's good at dealing with her thoughts. I think someone was saying, what if Ahsoka and Sabine show up, not only to add more to the story, but to promote the Ahsoka show going forward? That could happen. I do think we need more Boba, though.
Yeah.
I think tonight we need
there was
Boba.
More episodes, but
I think we need Boba. We maybe need to see a little Rancor action. I would like to see Danny Trejo again. I would. And probably something with the Pikes. We need to move that Pike story forward. Yeah. They kind of built it up little by little, and we're at a point now where he's figuring out what's going on with the different families in town. And the Pikes are a menace. We got to do something about the Pikes. And I don't think it's going to get resolved tonight. I think it gets resolved next week. But we need something. We need some movement. That ball needs to be kicked forward down the field at least a little bit tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping more story and less flashback tonight.
And I think we're pretty much caught up on the flashback.
Yeah.
Alicia says, still believe Din's a Force user. He has Jedi-like reflexes in that N1. Okay, yeah. Wicked tactical... Oh, I lost it. Wicked tactical skills. Mechanically inclined, like Anakin. The living waters will reveal his Force sensitivity. Good theory. That's a good theory. It could be him.
Did you see the art from I think it was at the end of the art that looked like Darth Maul's ship flying over the ring?
Yeah. I did see that. Cool. I did see that. Johnny F. Face says the armor has 3 horns on her helmet. I don't know. Is that a significant thing, or is that to think maybe they'd be like Death Watch?
Yeah,
because didn't Death Watch have horns on there?
Yeah, at least the main one did.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
They are. Yeah, they're already Death Watch, children of the Watch. Okay. Rancor riding tonight? I hope so. I also think it'd be kind of a cool thing to get at the end.
I think
maybe not this week. Maybe we see a little bit of training tonight or something like that. Just a little quick glimpse of Danny Trejo, Boba, and the Rancor. Something that they touch on, and then we actually see it happen next week when he shows up in Rex's shop. That, I think, would make a little more... If I was writing it, that's how I would write it. So maybe not tonight. But I wouldn't be mad if it happened tonight. I'd be like, okay, that's kind of cool still. There you go. Rides Rancor last episode. I think so. I think that's why they gave it to us a couple episodes back, is to kind of give the payoff at the end. I think. Who knows? They've been all over the place with this stuff, and I don't think any of my predictions have been dead on. So... Brent Hobart says Din will show up at the end of the show, having trained a little with Luke, which we'll see in Mando 3. It's okay, and now confident with the Darksaber to help Boba. The only thing I think about that is I like it, first off, but I think that takes too much time in between now and next week.
Yeah.
For all that to happen, that's a big time jump. And I don't think we have enough time to squeeze all that in. It seems like something's building to a head within like a couple days' time, in Book of Boba Fett timeline. But I'd like it though. Armor does still wear a helmet that looks like when Darth Maul was in charge. Yeah, okay. You guys are right. Those horns are there. Absolutely. I never really thought about that, but you guys are bringing up some good points as to how that could be Death Watch or remnants of or becoming, Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. Johnny says horns equals follower of Maul.
So could we get Crimson Dawn even? Maybe?
I hope so. Everybody really seems to want that.
Yeah.
I see a lot of comments that everybody wants to see Crimson Dawn. They hinted at it in Solo. My only thing with that is every time we get these little hints in the movies, they don't really pay off.
It's true.
They kind of don't pay off. We all wish they did.
Was going to pay off, but then Solo didn't do as well, and so they sort of scrapped.
So last week was Bryce Dallas Howard directing, and I know a lot of people afterwards were very excited with it and are calling for her to get her own movie and give Bryce Dallas Howard her own stuff because she did do a phenomenal job directing. One of the things that I think people forget, though, is the same people who wrote last week's episode. She didn't write it; she directed it. But the same people that wrote last week's episode were the same ones that wrote the scooter chase and the same ones that wrote all of them. So, as good of an episode as last week's was, and I don't ever want to take anything away from that, the one thing we have to remember is, she just did a good job with a great script and a great idea. So, does that mean she should get her own movie? I don't think that does, but what we've seen with her in Mando season, and actually all Mando seasons 1 and 2, her episodes have been great. Yeah. Last week's Book of Boba was great, so I would personally like to see Bryce Dallas Howard's Solo 2.
That would be cool.
The first one was Ron Howard, the second one's the daughter. Yes. I think that would be really cool. I'd be all for that.
Go for that. Oh yeah. I'll get right on that. I'll make some calls.
Yeah, please do. Jennifer Jones, what's going on? You're here. Nice to see you here. There you go. I don't know of any other father-daughter duo that has directed Star Wars, right? Yeah. Right. That's what I'm saying. It could be a cool thing. And Star Wars is all about family, right?
There we go.
Aiden says, think the armor will come back and be the villain of Mando season 3. Very possible.
Yeah, she's a villain.
Very possible. That would be good character development for a side character.
Yeah.
I like that. I think that would be fun. Scooter chase wasn't a writing issue. Okay. All right. I mean, it's scooters, though. I mean, they're not speeders. They're scooters. So, I look back at that and I'm like, yeah, it was kind of slow. But also they were scooters. They weren't speeders. They were scooters. And if I were to film scooters, any kind of scooters, real world, space, whatever, they're scooters, not speeders. And I don't know how else I don't know. Bryce Dallas Solo 2 would be awesome. I just think it'd be good. I think it'd be really good. I would argue the problem with Scooter Chase was all in execution, not writing. Blame goes to the director. Okay, then, there's another one. That's fair. And you know what's funny that you say that? Robert Rodriguez, historically, has been a great action director. Yeah. That's where he cut his teeth. El Mariachi was and that was all action because it's all subtitles. It's all in Spanish. And to watch that first movie that he literally sold his body to make, he went to medical clinical studies to he would, to raise the money to make this little indie film that later became Desperado, Once Upon a Time in Mexico, the whole thing. That's where he got started. And it was because it was good action. It was fun storytelling. And to see that, even given a scooter chase, not speeder, but scooter chase, the fact that he couldn't make that a bit more interesting, that does say something. And he's actually had some of the weakest episodes in this series so far, in my opinion. Whereas in Mando Season 2, he had one of the best episodes when we saw Boba Fett come back and wreck shop on Tython. I mean, and from what we've seen in the making of, they do those featurettes on Disney Plus, it seemed like that's what got Robert Rodriguez the job. Because they talk about him shooting with the action figure. He had a Boba Fett action figure, and him and his sons were in the backyard filming that little, animatic they did just to kind of proof of concept. And Favreau loved it so much and was like, hey, did you use an action figure? He's like, yeah. And he loved it. And it seemed like that's what got Robert Rodriguez the job, was that kind of action. And yet he's had some pretty weak episodes so far in this show. Now tonight is going to be directed, I believe, by Filoni.
Yes, it is.
So that is interesting. I don't know that he's had the strongest episodes in Mando, because it was kind of his first time dealing with live action. He had some okay episodes, but again, you could kind of tell, at least as I see it, you could kind of tell that Filoni was definitely getting used to this. This was his first dip into live action. Guy coming from animation, he knows his Star Wars. There's no disputing that. But I don't know if his episodes were the best. I think Deborah Chow had some of the best episodes, which is great because we're hitting Obi-Wan sometime this year, and that's going to be amazing. But I don't know that Filoni had the best episodes of Mando, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens tonight with all of that.
Yeah. Man, everybody's going off on the scooters. We hit a touchy subject.
Oh, see, and Peter's chiming back again. Rodriguez gotten lazy in recent years, sadly. Used to be a huge fan. And I can't think of what he's done recently, other than... Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, it's a good point, because I don't know. I can't think of anything in the last 10 years that I've seen of his that I really like and love as much as I did some of that late 90s to mid-2000s kind of stuff. Even the Spy Kids movies, I still really liked. The first two, at least.
Yeah.
But we're going on over a decade on some of that stuff. So
somebody's asking about the colors of the scooters. The reason they chose those is that it's based on Ralph McQuarrie, however I always mispronounce his name. Concept artwork from long ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's where the scooters came from.
Interesting. Yes, Power Ranger vibes.
They were colorful, just like that in the artwork.
They were. Let me see here. I've got some other stuff here. Yeah, more scooter. Scooter Chase was right. The scooter's colors remind you of Power. I was saying it live. I was like, those look like Power Rangers. Power Ranger vibes. Yeah, it didn't land. That definitely didn't land. And it's kind of interesting that we haven't seen the scooters since. I think we saw in the next episode, we saw the mods fighting a little bit, didn't we? Maybe we didn't. Maybe I'm misremembering.
We did at some point.
I thought we saw them again. No scooters. Jedi Atlas says they probably drew straws for which episodes they direct. Not Robert Rodriguez's fault. I think Peter does bring up a good point, though, because now that I think about what, and I don't want to pull up IMDb and look him up, but he's been focused on the El Rey Network, his own TV channel. I did watch, and I don't know if he necessarily directed it or just funded it, but the From Dusk Till Dawn TV show on El Rey Network that is his project. And I did like that TV show. I thought it was a good expanding of From Dusk Till Dawn, which is one of my just all-time favorite movies. I do love From Dusk Till Dawn. As silly as it is. It's ridiculous, but I do like it. Let's see here. What do we got? Imagine how bad Solo would have been if they didn't bring Ron Howard in after production started to save the film. I don't know. I mean, when I saw Solo, I kind of had a weird vibe overall after the fallout after Last Jedi, even though I liked Last Jedi. It still left, it was just a weird bad taste in my mouth just with everything. Yeah. So I didn't enjoy Solo as much when I saw it in theaters, but it's grown on me a lot over the last few years.
Yeah, I like it a
lot. I saw it in theaters and I was like, you know what? I liked it, but I didn't love it, and it felt weird to not love Star Wars. And I think that I was uncomfortable with that. I was like, "Ooh, I didn't love this movie."
It was like a breath of fresh air after Last Jedi.
After Last Jedi.
I didn't like Last Jedi.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
Oh man.
But I love Solo now. Like
yeah.
it grew from when I first saw it to where I am now with that movie. I absolutely love that movie. I saw it like 3 times. I see all the Star Wars movies probably about 3 to 4 times opening weekend. Like I'll see it with my wife the earliest showing possible. I'll go on the Friday, which is Thursday, and then I'll go on the Friday with a bunch of friends, and I'll get everybody tickets, and we'll go on a Friday when everybody can go, and then on Saturday I'll go by myself, and I'll probably see it on a Sunday. Like every Star Wars movie, that's just how I am. I'm like, no, I'm gonna go with my spouse, whatever, on the earliest showing, take the family and the kids with all the friends for a big thing on Friday, and then Saturday by myself, like early morning.
There you go.
Let's see here.
You want to show something off? We have time?
Oh, yeah, we have time. Yeah, especially it's still early. Please, I'm gonna put you on the screen, just you.
Oh,
Let me see if I can remove myself here. Yeah, no, show us what you got, man.
All right, so if you don't know, I make, along with having the podcast and the show, I Am Geek on YouTube and podcast, I make kyber crystals that work in the Savis. You may have seen I'm Geek Shop. If you've seen those, some of you may have some of my crystals or seen them or seen Dana's video about some. I have a new one coming out that I've been teasing, but I thought I would show you guys if you guys want to see it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I want to see it. Even if they don't, I want to see it. They do, though.
I came across something. I was working on designing some crystals, and I came across something that nobody else had really. I don't know if nobody else had discovered or nobody really did anything with. So I started developing it around that, and I've developed a crystal that basically you can have one crystal and you can do all 6 colors.
I love it.
Your Savi saber. So I've got this one here. I have like 4 of them, so hopefully this one's battery does work. Yes, I love.
Oh my god, that happens to me all the time.
Yeah, I love the Savi saber. So the crystal itself is just this. I don't know if I can. Let's see if I can do a weird thing with my hand.
Put the hand behind. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Now we can see. So it's a clear crystal.
Nothing in it. It does have this weird like keyhole in it thing, which I'll talk about that in a minute. But so you put it in, and as you can see, it doesn't do anything when you put it in. It's just there. You put the. Then it comes with this.
I love this
keychain to make it easier.
I love it.
But it comes with these shards, all different colors. So we pick a color. Let's say green for Boba. How about that? And you take your little shard, lay it here, and it lights it up.
I love hearing it. The second you brought it close, you can hear it.
Yeah, it's hard to do it like holding it in one hand. When you turn it on, it's on. You take your keychain, put it back in your pocket.
And so you turned that clear one green just by bringing the little green shard close to it.
Just by bringing this little...
and so you can change it. You could turn it off and then put, let's say,
right
a purple
now, I can
one.
turn it off, turn it back on. It's going to stay green.
Okay. You don't need to put it back. It just stays green.
Yeah. Now, it will reset if your batteries are low or if you leave it for like a long time. Just because it's the nature of technology, it'll reset. But the easiest way to reset it to switch to a different color is just undo the blade, stick it back in, pick a different color. It's hard to do this, hold it up in front of the camera. But...
You're touching the purple one to it. Okay, and there you go, purple.
Purple. So
That's
the cool
awesome.
thing I like about this is that when I go to the parks, I don't, sometimes I don't want to carry around like tons of crystals with me.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, but carry something like this, keep it in your pocket, or make it part
Just
of
on your
bounding.
keys. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, add that to your belt. Little crystal
If
shards.
you have a D ring, like
Love it.
if you have a D ring, just clip it on the D ring.
Ooh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, and it comes with a little clip on it. I don't have the clip on it right now, But and basically reset it, and that's all you have to do. Now, right now, you'd have to take the thing off. I am working on something. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I'll be able to sell these or not. But at least for myself, a little piece that I can put on here where it leaves it exposed.
Ah, so then you can just pull the shard up. You still have it closed, but you just pull the shard up and you can change it on the fly, kind of. Yeah. Okay, so this is Aiden 2022 is asking the real question here. Where can I buy one?
Oh, so they will be. I'm because of the nature of this thing. Now, I'll show you another part. Because of the nature of it, I need to make a video. I'm making a video to put on the Etsy site, so when people buy it, you know, they know what they're getting into.
Yeah, a little bit of an instructional kind of thing, like, hey, this is how it works.
Now, the reason I made the crystal look like it has sort of a keyhole in it, let's say you want purple all the time.
Sure.
And you don't want to risk being in the park and showing off your lightsaber and lighting it up and nothing happens because it's reset itself because your batteries may be a little low or whatever.
Yeah.
So what I did was I made this little keyhole type thing in it, and you can take the shard off of the keychain and it'll just snap right in.
It can live in there if you want it to. Oh, I love it.
It snaps right in.
I had not seen that yet. I love that.
Yeah, you just put it in and it'll stay in there as long as.
So if you have a favorite color that you're always going to go towards, and it fits in the chamber.
If it's in the chamber just like that, you don't have to worry. I put and you guys can tell me if you want this or not. I put a hole through the crystal so if you want to put it on your keychain, so you can just carry the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea. I like that. I like, you know what? That's just a cool thing to have on your keychain. Like, oh no, it's my kyber crystal.
So does it work in the holocrons? Well, holocrons, I'm glad you asked because I was about to show. All you do for the holocron, you take your little shard. Hopefully this is charged.
Yep.
Trust me. You take your little shard, you drop it in.
Just the shard.
Yeah, just a shard. Close it up.
Purple.
And, well, again,
that's
I don't know if
awesome.
the battery's charged enough for this one. Hold on.
We saw it turn purple. Honestly, that's working better than my fully charged ones.
Yeah. Well, if I can open it up, I may not have dropped it in the hole because there's no. But I do it all the time, so it should work. Yeah. So you just drop it in the little. Yeah.
So my friend Jen here is saying still need to come up on a black kyber. Unbelievable how many reds she has. Now you can do black as well.
I have the little black one. Yeah.
And so it'll still light up red. But if you drop that into a Sith holocron, that black one will have Snoke's voice.
Yeah. So the black one is going to be. I want as many people to get this as they can. So I'm going to always hopefully have these on my. Yes, I even made some shards into earrings, and my wife wore them.
Love it.
So this is going to be always on my shop, but only the first so many is going to have the black one that you can get with it.
So you got to act fast if you want to get the black one.
Act fast if you want the black one. The problem is getting all these chips because the way stuff is right now, it's hard to get stuff in. So.
Absolutely. And so here's a question Aiden has: can we choose who we want on the shard? Like, say, blue has 2 different voices. So that's a good question.
Here's what I'm doing for the first run of these. The shards are going to be. Let's see if I can remember. Obi-Wan for the blue, Qui-Gon, Temple Guard, Snoke, of course, Darth Maul, and then Ahsoka. So do you sort of see what I'm doing with that?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like prequels, Clone Wars type.
I like it.
And then later on, I'm going to work it where I'm going to have different shards available that you can buy separately if you want to get all the voices.
Love it.
So you can get all the voices. I'm still working on prices. I'm trying because I want to make it affordable, but I also know I got to make it where I'm not losing money on the stuff.
Absolutely, because that's a lot of work. That's a lot of pieces we're talking about.
Yeah. So I'll be interested to see what people would pay for it. I did a live stream and somebody said,
and you know what? Actually, let's kind of poll the audience right now. How much? Just throw out numbers. If you could get all 6 colors, let's just say 6 shards, all 6 colors, or should we say 7 with black?
7 with black.
Let's say 7 with black. Let's say you get 7 shards in a clear crystal. What would you pay for that? Let's just kind of do a little market research right now since everyone's here. We got a little bit of time before the episode starts. Throw in the chat what you think that would be worth. And remember, 1 crystal costs $15.99 now, right? I think it's like $15.99 for 1 crystal. So how much is 7 easy access crystals worth to you? Handmade, not mass produced. Handmade by this guy you're seeing on the screen right now. So I'm curious what people think. So Don's throwing in $100.
Somebody was asking. I Am Geek Shop, all one word, just squinched it together. I Am Geek Shop, Etsy. If you can, let's see. I'm trying to think.
I'm gonna edit this text. I'm gonna put it on here right now. Is it? Oh! Where'd it go? I thought I was editing text, and then it disappeared.
Yeah,
there
this
we
one
go.
shows up better because it's green. So the shard, I just dropped the shard in.
May the force be with you.
And there it is. Just so you know.
Always remember, your focus determines your
That's
reality.
the card. Now, I haven't announced the name. Would you like to hear the name?
I would.
The crystal.
I would.
This is exclusive to this live stream.
Oh.
Hopefully,
okay.
Dano and I can make an official video together going through.
I
all
put
this.
is Etsy.com/IamGeekShop.
Yeah, that should work.
Okay. Either way, just search
I think
I Am
it's
Geek
like
Shop.
Etsy.com/shop/I Am Geek Shop. I think you have to put a shop in there, but you'll find it. If not, you can email me at IamGeekShow.
I'm just gonna put it around everywhere right now so everyone can see.
Yeah.
So let's hear this name.
I came up with a name. I was debating on what to name this because I didn't want it to sound cheesy, but then I thought about something. I was like, the whole point about Savis is it's scrap that's been collected throughout the galaxy by the gatherers, right? So tell me if you guys like this. If not, you can thumbs down. You can say no, and I'll think of a different name. The Gatherer Crystal.
Ooh, I like that.
Because they've basically gathered the shards throughout the galaxy to make this sort of new crystal. So I'm right now I'm going with the Gatherer Crystal. If you guys got other names you're like, I don't like that one, feel free to tell me.
So I'm seeing a couple people saying 70, 75, a couple people saying 100. I've got one on the lower end of 35. Peter saying 50. I'm seeing 60. Drop it all at once. Now, I did see someone saying it's not. They're saying it's not on there, Ryan. It's not on there. So it's not available yet. Not yet. You're still kind of workshopping the finer end of the details. You've made it. You've got the concept ready. You'll be doing it soon.
Yeah.
But you're still trying to figure out some of the last.
Hopefully, if I'm pushing it this last of this week, if not, hopefully next week it'll be up.
Okay, so very soon. I'm
hoping very soon. It will be pre-orders because I am waiting on a big shipment of the chips that go in it.
Here you go. Boom. Nailed it. Dig the name.
Cool.
Like it. Here's another one. It says, Wesley says 80. John Ramos says 100. Trish loves the name. Seeing a thumbs up. Yeah. That's awesome, man.
Cool.
All right. I'm going to jump back in on here. I'm going to put that under there so everyone can see it. So as long as you're here, it's there.
Yeah. I'm totally not a salesman. I like to create stuff, and
that's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you know what, and that's what I love doing. Like, honestly, Disney doesn't need me to help push their stuff. Star Wars doesn't need me to help push their stuff. But if there's cool creators like yourself that are making things that I think the community can benefit from, or will just like think is awesome, that's what I want to showcase on my channel. I just think of me as the galactic Guy Fieri, right? Like, instead of diners, drive-ins, and dives, it's like showing these like individual creators doing cool stuff in the Star Wars community.
Yeah.
So,
somebody asked me I should show
love
it to a cast member. I took it to Disneyland when I went the other week.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
And
you were
the
just there.
Cast
2
members
weeks ago.
flipped out over it. They were like, one of them was like, "What is this sorcery? What is going on?"
Love it. Love it.
So they loved it, and I gave out some cast member crystals while I was there to.
Oh, that's cool.
Members.
That's cool.
They flipped out. How much for your Naboo starfighter in the back? $1 million.
Yeah. Now, did you see how the value on those things went up?
Right.
So, but like last Tuesday, they were probably like $20-$30 maybe for one, and the next morning, $180, $200 just for the old original one, the one I've got. Like, or you have it too, and it's not even like the ones I saw were like mine, where it's bent, where it's like because that's what happens to these things. It's hilarious how crazy how just the value went up on this. Now, one thing I noticed though is every week after every Book of Boba Fett chapter, I immediately went to eBay. There was something in every chapter that made me want to go buy something. I was like, oh, well, let me look up how much is the Bantha, the 3.75-inch Bantha with real fur. How much is that going for? And it was too rich for my blood for what it was. But like every week there's been something. I need Max Rebo. I need to get the whole band. And, I'd go and order that. Every week there's been something I've been looking for.
Somebody said if you can keep it under 100, it will definitely be under 100, the crystal. I was thinking between somewhere 65 to 75, somewhere in there.
And I think that's what I told you. I think 75 is probably 70 or 75 is probably a fair price as far as like what I would pay. Looking at it, I'd be like, you know what? I get all those colors and all that. I would pay 75 for that and feel like I'm getting a good deal. But whether or not that's worth it on your end is up to you to figure out as far as how much time it takes you to make them and everything. But if I were to be just hit with the proposition of like, look, clear crystal, set of shards, all 6 colors, plus black.
Yeah.
I would say 75 would be what I would think, plus shipping or whatever, But I would feel comfortable with 75, and I wouldn't be like, I'm getting ripped off. I'd be like, no, that's fair. Yeah. That's me.
Cool.
Todd says, you, sir, are a genius. There you go.
Oh,
Kurt's saying, try to keep it under 100 if possible, which you just said. Yep, definitely trying to. Yeah, once you get into the triple digits, people tend not to impulse buy, for sure. And I'm not sure if you're familiar with Star Wars Workshop Kurt, but he does some amazing stuff too. He's another one of these people. So. Like when I talk about wanting to showcase people who make and do cool things, Kurt's definitely one of them. He does some cool stuff with droid harnesses and data pads.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we've talked before. I want to get you one of these because I want you to take it with you to the Star Cruiser.
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to have so much stuff with me, man. It's funny you say that because I've had a couple other people reach out to me too and be like, I want you to take this with you to the Star Cruiser. And I absolutely want to, and I'm going to take, I'm going to spend as much time as I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm going to spend a lot of time being like, let me show off your cool thing. Because I love it. I love that it's all independent people like yourself. Like, it's not big corporations. It's like people who are in their room loving Star Wars, wanting to make cool things. That I'm all about it. So yes, please get me one of those. I will take pictures of it all over the Star Cruiser and show it off to anybody and anybody.
Put it in your bounds,
Oh yeah,
on your bounds.
Yes, I love it.
That's what I'm looking for. I'm most looking forward to seeing this in people's hands and what they do with it, because there's so much possibilities and potential that they can.
And I mean, you just barely mentioned it, and someone was already like, jewelry. Put it on jewelry.
Yeah.
And so that's just it's not even out yet, and people already come up with ideas. So yes, it's a very cool idea. There's going to be some great application for that. Oh, Jennifer Joe says, did you get your Rancor? I already had a Rancor. So I didn't need to buy one. There is the weird Felucian one with the war paint on it. It's like there's a store here in town at the mall that's got one for like I think 120, which is a pretty decent price because it's new in box. I think they go for like 180 to 200 now, and I want to buy it, but I've got the Star Cruiser coming up, so I'm trying not to buy anything too extravagant between now and then because I need to like save my credits so that I can have a good week while I'm out there. But no, I did not need to buy a Rancor. I have an older one that I was able to get. So Dallon's asking, how long does it take to make a set? That's an interesting question. If you're willing to share, if not, don't worry about it.
Well, basically what you have to do. The shards are actually a little easier to make than. Let's say, hold on, see if I got any other ones laying around here. Like, the shards are probably the easiest ones to make.
Oh, sure, yeah, they're yeah.
Like the 50th one that I made is like in 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 steps to get it to do that. Does it look like that?
Oh yeah, the 50th one. That's right. Oh, to get all the different colors in.
Well, you have to do it in like sections and layers.
Yeah, so you have to like pour one part, let it dry a little bit, turn it, move it to the other one.
This one was difficult. I mean, it just takes.
Let me put you just on screen so everybody can see just you here.
So like something like this, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 steps to make with the shards, and same thing with this because these are like hand painted, stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
With this, I have the molds. I pour and put the chips in.
No, I haven't seen them up close, like super up close, but they look clean. From here, they look like very like a very clean, simple, sharp mold. I like
these
that.
are very clean. And I forgot to mention this. They glow in the dark.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a main selling point. What are you doing missing that?
Yeah, I forgot to mention that. So basically, if you're walking around by 2 all day with these hanging out, by the time nighttime gets there, these things are going to be glowing like crazy. The only one that doesn't glow right now is the black one.
Okay, that's fair. It's black.
I'll try to maybe make it glow, but yeah, they all glow. It's I can't really show you them glowing here because they've got lights everywhere.
That's all right.
But yeah, definitely if you take them out in the sun, they glow like crazy as soon as you take it in. So like, yeah, they're little little shards.
Dude, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, get those in my hand before Star Cruiser.
What?
So get those in my hand before Star Cruiser.
Yeah, they're flat on one side, so they'll
fit in the crystal.
Yeah, and the crystal is like, I make most of my crystals. I try to make new shapes and stuff. This one I took a Galaxy's Edge crystal and then
modified it. Yeah. You can see that.
So
that's cool
because I wanted to make sure it perfectly fit in there every time.
Yeah.
Because the way this one works.
No, that makes perfect sense, man. I love it.
Yeah, there it is.
See Lord Firehawk saying, love seeing everyone's creativity that comes with being a fan and all the wonderful things they're able to make and create, right? That's what gets me stoked. And honestly, since Galaxy's Edge opened in 2019, seeing the community come up with what they've come up with has been awesome. It's taken my, like, I've loved Star Wars and I've loved the fandom and, been at it since the late 90s. But I feel like we've peaked post Galaxy's Edge. Not peaked, but we've hit new highs post Galaxy's Edge where people are coming up with these really cool ideas. There you go. Kurt's saying he's making a necklace out of those shards immediately.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
I will be at May 4th, I'll be at Disney at Hollywood Studios.
Oh, nice.
So I'll have all my stuff with me. And
I'll be on the other coast.
Trying to figure out a way to... Yeah, I'll just be trying to figure out a way to sneak on Star Cruiser,
Yeah. Yeah. Here you go, another one. Melody saying she'd be wearing those shards as a necklace. Loves it.
Cool.
Yeah.
They'll be released. Somebody asked when.
Oh, what's that?
They'll be released in February. They'll be released, and depending on my shipments, hopefully, I'm probably just going to, because I want to get them to you as fast as I can. I'll put up what I have, as far as all the chips that I have, and do it sort of like that, so people aren't waiting forever on their orders.
Man, I see it. Someone's missing a prize for a season 2 finale. Logan Drums 23. Do me a favor, email me. I'm just gonna put it in the chat real quick for him, because I'm pretty sure everything's been gone. But if I need to send a replacement or something, email me, Logan. Email me. I put it in the chat for you, Logan. Be a customizer. Appreciate everyone with amazing talent. Right? It's so cool. Jeff says, I like my own crystals, gold and amber. Yeah. We've all wanted to dress up. Now we have a place to do it. Yes. So Aiden's saying, what month do you think they'll be releasing? I think you said about 2 weeks, right?
Yeah,
well, within
it's gonna be
a couple weeks. That's cool. Would love to have for Star Wars Night and Celebration. So I think, Don, I think you will be able to have those by Star Wars Night and Celebration in May. Yeah. I think that's safe to say. You'll be able to have these by May.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, we are at 11:36. We're about 24 minutes away. Let me queue up my my Disney Plus. Love seeing all the different custom Baby Yoda. There has been some different like crazy custom Baby Yodas out there. I love it. Shards Man Bracelet. This is the maybe bracelet. I think is what you meant.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe. Tom says, love going through small shops for things. Right. I mean, there's so much stuff that I've picked up just from Etsy sellers, from just different people in the community. And it's funny because that's where the innovation is, and it's within like a year or like 6 months to a year that Disney decides to take the idea and make their own. Right? Like I feel like a lot of the stuff we've seen lately coming out of Galaxy's Edge merch is stuff that I've known other creators to have already made.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, we're going to do our Disney mass-produced version of it. It's like, oh, I know where you got that idea from.
Yeah. I did not make the Lego crystal. That was not me.
Oh, no, that was a different shop. But I did link them in that video if you want to go back and look at that video.
How's that Star Wars ring? Oh, yeah, I do have a...
oh, is that one of the silicone ones?
Yeah.
I forget who makes those.
Enzo?
Yeah. That right, Enzo.
Yeah. There it is.
Yeah.
It's nice. I like it. I mean, I thought, I make kyber crystals. I need a lightsaber.
Nice. It's got a little lightsaber. Let me solo you there. You can see a little bit bigger. So it's got the saber, and then it's got the blue coming out of it. Oh, that is cool.
Yeah, and they have they may have 5 different ones now. They just came out with
they've got a bunch of different styles.
Lightsaber ring and an array one. If you do order one of these, go down a size.
Oh,
I got
they
my
run
ring
big
size, and it was way too big, so I had to go down a size.
All right. Did somebody make Fairy Droid kit? No, nobody made Fairy Droid kits, but they did make Chopper, and they did make some other stuff.
Yeah,
so.
they did.
Oh, there it is. Don's calling me out here. It's Buckethead. So every time I adjust the hat, which I inevitably do all the time, people call me Buckethead. Always doing it. Always. Tim D just joined the squad. Thanks for subscribing. Glad to have you here. Lord Firehawk says, could you do a video on cool Etsy and other websites that make cool stuff? That we would get for about, just like Ryan's custom stuff with crystal. Yes, and I've done one of those, actually, and I want to do another one, because there's always new and cool shops coming out. I don't know if I'm going to get it done before Star Cruiser, just because I know I've ordered a bunch of stuff from other places, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that out between now and then, but maybe I'll do one late March. But you're right. It is always, I honestly like doing that kind of stuff, where I can be like, oh no, these are a bunch of cool little smaller shops you may not have heard of that I can, put you onto. Let's see here. Jedi Outlaw says, Darksaber machetes for Danny Trejo next episode, please. I hope so. Go Rams. I'm sure you're stoked for Rams. Everybody, are you a football guy? I'm not, but I've been watching. Yeah, I'm like,
Oh, for those that watched Dano for a while now, I'm the guy that made the Savi's Darksaber. Way back when.
Yes.
Before I started making crystals.
Yes. So you
it's like
modded the Savi sleeve.
Yeah.
Or the blade for the regular Savi's thing.
Yeah, I made a
you were the
sleeve
first
that went
one.
over it. Yeah.
That's right. You made the little sleeve that made it look like Darksaber, which inspired me to do the one where I took it apart and painted it. But you're the person
how we
who.
sort of got
Yeah, absolutely. That's it. I mean, that's going on a year and a half, almost 2 years now, right? Since you did that?
It's been a while, yeah.
It's been a minute. And then you got into making custom Kybers, which I remember, just being wowed by your, the one with the little lightsaber in it as the chip.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Love it. The ice cave, yeah.
I think I have that right here. Yeah, there's a little...
Yeah. And it's just a little saber in there. I love it. Let's see here. Remember all the paint your own droid kits at Target? Yes.
Yeah.
I have 3 or 4 of them unopened that are just sitting in a box. I bought them just cause, and I was like, let's see. John Bell joined the squad. Thanks, John Bell, for joining up and subscribing. Tom says, need the giant crystal holder cylinder on one of the shops. Is that like the flashlight ones? I think you made some of those too, right?
I've got a big one back there.
That's one of the things I don't own, actually. I've got one of these big, giant, crazy cases, but I don't have a one of the light-up ones.
I've got... I can't point... Let me point to something on the camera. It's back there. It's one made completely out of stuff that you would find at Home Depot or Lowe's.
Nice. All right, this is a good question here. Todd Atwell saying, who's guessing how long this episode will be? 50 minutes? So do you think it's going to be a longer one or a shorter one?
Last week was what, 51 with credits or something?
I think so. It was definitely a longer one. Definitely a longer one.
I hope it's long.
I hope so too, right? They've been the better ones. They've been the longer ones.
Yeah.
Let's see here. All right. I'm gonna put a poll up here. I'm gonna go with 37 minutes over under. Okay. I'm gonna ask people. Do you think this chapter will be over/under 37 minutes? Because I feel like that's a fair amount. Over, under, and go ahead and vote. I just put the poll up. Alicia's already saying with only 2 episodes left, probably going to run longer. I think that's fair. I think that's fair to say. But I just put the poll up, so guys, go ahead and vote, and we'll see what you guys think. What's Peter saying here? I think the next thing Disney will copy from Etsy is a Kyber crystal containment display. Yeah.
Like this?
Yeah.
This is the one
they're going to do something like that. I think you're right.
It would be cool if they made one like this that had Savi's themes on it.
Oh, yeah, with all the different...
And every time I take this one, they go crazy at Savi's.
Even the pins and stuff that they make and sell, like at the shops, like a pin and patch pack, that exact pin design was made by someone on Etsy first. And I think they copied it, maybe chopped off like a little chunk of it to make it like maybe not exact, but like almost the same dang thing. So it is kind of funny how they do that.
They already have these lanterns like all over the place as decorations.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
They'll probably come sooner or later.
Garrett says, hopefully it'll be 2 hours long. As someone who was like, I was honestly ready to tap out before I started this. Like, my wife went to bed and I was like, I don't know how I'm going to make it tonight. I'm already so tired. 2 hours would kill me. I had an early morning. I even got the video out earlier about Star Cruiser merch. First thing, like, I had to go to work. I woke up and was like ready to go to work. And then all that dropped and I was like, oh, I need to make a video right now and do this. Like, I'm gonna be a few minutes late, and I got it out and did it before I had to go to work. So I've had like a whole day of all the. Let's see here. John Ramos saying, "Man, 60 minutes." Where's the poll at right now? We've got 64 votes. We got 133 people viewing. Wow, that's awesome, guys! If you could hit the thumbs up, much appreciated. But of the 64 people who have voted, 89% say over 37 minutes, and 11% are saying under. Interesting. So we are at 11:44. It's going to be probably 6 to 8 minutes until the episode drops. It's about 6 to 8 minutes till the episode drops. Now, Ryan, are you going to hang out and watch with me, or are you going to dip and go watch on your own?
What I'll probably do is this. I'll just be like side watching it from right there.
Okay. Because I don't want to, like, if you want to take it all in, I don't want to interrupt that from you. I always tell my guests, feel free to leave, come back afterwards, whatever you're comfortable with. And same with the viewers.
Last week I watched it, and I was like, man, I wish I was on with Dano right now because there's so much stuff happening.
I know, it was wild. It was wild. And again, next week, if, like, say you're not in the main part of this early beforehand, and you want to jump in, you have the link. You're always welcome to just interrupt me and join in. So I'd be totally surprised and be like, what? That's awesome. So always welcome. Let's see here. 15 more minutes is what Shinra's saying. Yeah, something about that. About 15 minutes. You know, I do need to refresh. I am going to take a quick break. So I'm going to take probably about 4 minutes, maybe less, maybe like 3 or 4 minutes. Real quick, I'm going to take a break and I'm going to be right back. So guys, enjoy this quick commercial break, and me and Ryan will be right back after this. If I can cue it up correctly.
So guys, I am doing the Batu Bounty Hunt round 2 today. We're going to be doing about, 5 or 6 of these things via live stream. This time it's different. We need somebody who can hack the Falcon. And I need proof, because I heard that they're trying to get away, and they're going to get out on that ship. You got to bring me a video clip of the jets going off on the Falcon. You guys can find me. Bring me that. You'll collect the bounty. You'll be the first one to collect the bounty. They want to be bounty hunters. They got to work hard for this stuff. It's not as easy as just finding me. This target's not getting off of Batu. They can't leave Batu. So that Falcon's not going anywhere, right?
No, nowhere.
There's no target getting off this planet?
No, nothing.
All right. Guys, we're doing this.
Roll to win a new ship.
Oh, you might win a new ship today. All right, you might win a new ship. I've got some dice here. I happen to have a chance cube. A chance cube. And let's say if you roll and you land on blue, today you win a new ship.
Oh my gosh.
We're going for blue. If he gets blue, he wins a new ship.
Ah.
This is Chris.
Here, I'll roll tonight.
Oh yeah. There you go.
Hi, I'm Dominic Pace, who plays Gecko the Bounty Hunter from The Mandalorian, and the Batu Bounty Hunt is on.
Mubo's Droid Builders Club Droid Meetup. You can see them all back there behind me. Let's go take a look and see all the different droids we've got. Guys, we're taking a huge group droid photo in front of the Millennium Falcon. That is ridiculous. Look at that. There's so many droids. We are having our Mubo's Droid Builders Club droid meetup. You can see a bunch of blue droid backpacks everywhere, bunch of tiny droids. There's Sad, there's Brad, there's more droids. All these people have showed up at Disneyland. Who's that? Look at that cool shirt he's wearing. Stan. But everybody's here at Disneyland. We're all here for this droid meetup. I can show you more, but let's just go look close up and see what this is all about. Check this out. They have this printout made up for Mubo's Droid Builders Club, where you can take your photo of your droid, and it looks like it's an action figure, like a real Kenner action figure. He even has, say, Mubo's Droid Builders Club. He's got the depot in the background. That's amazing.
And we're back. Welcome back, Ryan. Welcome back. People were saying maybe you want to... I don't think your TV's even in the shot anymore.
I moved my...
Did you? Okay, cool. I was like, people were saying you may want to adjust it. That's cool. So we are but a few minutes away, probably like 1 or 2 minutes away from this thing. I'm going to refresh, make sure it's not there.
Oh, it's up.
Oh, it's taking it. Oh, it is there. It's up. It is up. Everyone's saying it's up. It's up. It's up. I want to make sure you're ready. And so what I like to do is a 3, 2, 1 count, and then I hit play, and I let the intro run. Occasionally, there's 1 or 2 people will be ahead by a couple seconds. So if you don't want anything spoiled, don't look at the chat. But as soon as you're ready, let me know, and I'll do a 3, 2, 1, and we can hit play at the same time. And hopefully it's in sync. I like to do a little count off where I tell people where my timestamp is. But we have chapter 6. It's 48 minutes. So over is what we're... Mysteries are explored and Boba Fett learns new information is what the screen's telling us. And we have a shot inside the sanctuary as the thumbnail.
Are you ready?
So, I am ready. You ready for a 3, 2, 1?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, play. Hopefully we're not off too much. I'm at 01, 02, 03, 04, 05. And I let the recap just play.
Mine buffered a little bit, but it's fine.
And again, audience, if you guys want to dip out, dip out. And I'll see you afterwards, hopefully. Because I will be talking through this somewhat. I'm stoked to see the sanctuary. Okay, this intro's focusing on Pikes. I'm guessing we're going to get Pikes this episode. Okay, so just ended up at minute 6, minute 7, minute 8, minute 9, minute 10, Lucasfilm logo. All right. Let's see how this goes. Again, count minute 28, 29, 30, minute 31. Just starting. Okay. Yes. I'm already stoked on this episode. I didn't think we'd get him.
Shit.
Oh my goodness. Mos Pelgo. Timothy Oliphant, man.
So good.
I'm stoked. I'm stoked to see this. Oh, wow.
That's an outfit for the Star Cruiser, huh?
I mean, Cobb Vanth. I can't believe it. I love it. What a baddie. Ooh. Man. I want that box.
Yeah.
I love the new speeders too. I hope we get toys of them. Hey, Ryan's here. What's up, Ryan?
What's in the box?
Oh, interesting. What's in the box? Oh, that's Spice.
Yeah.
That's clearly Spice. Okay, so Book of Boba Fett titles, 4 minutes 54, 4 minutes 55. From the desert comes a stranger. 5 minutes even. 5:01. Oh.
Look who it is.
Now, I'm going to give it a second before I say anything of what I see on screen in case people are behind. And in the chat, please do the same. If you're ahead of everybody, maybe hold off 4 or 5 seconds so you don't spoil it for anybody. Where is he? I didn't think we'd get Mando.
Is it? Is it?
Yes. Who is that? No. No. Oh my goodness. Is that R2? Is that actually R2?
Uh-huh.
No. Get out of here. What planet is this? Get out of here. Get out of here. Are we really getting Luke already? Like, is it possible? That is absolutely R2.
Yep.
Lots of bamboo. I'm noticing lots of bamboo everywhere. What the heck is that? That is a new droid. Yeah. That is absolutely R2-D2. There's a bunch of those droids. Is this the That's the temple. They're building...
Oh, wow.
This is the new Jedi Temple where Ben destroys. No way. No way. No way. Yeah, this this isn't Endor. Someone was thinking it was Endor. This is not Endor. No way. But they're building it in the same way that Octo has the temple, the other little things built. Huh. These ant droids are nuts. No, this is not Octo. Too much land, not enough water to be Octo. What happened to R2? We're gonna need androids ASAP. Oh, I lost Ryan. We're gonna need androids. I need to buy them right now. And I know they're not on eBay. Grogu! And Luke. Oh my goodness. He looks weird. I'm sorry, but he does. One of those one-eyed frogs. Eat it, eat it, eat it. I mean, they got the markings on his face fine. It just... something's a little up. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, that poor frog is... There you are, you're back.
Yeah, it crashed. I don't know why.
It's all good. We heard Luke speak. Oh my goodness. Oh, that does look good. I didn't like it at first. But that does... I do like the look of Luke, actually. At first I was a little weird about it, but when I saw him look around, I like it more.
Yeah.
Oh my... Yeah, that is how you lift frogs. What planet is this? Yeah. This is wild. Uh-oh. Oh, little puppet Grogu walking. I love it. Oh! That music. I love that he's just like lifting Grogu with the Force. Uh-oh, I lost Ryan again. It's fine. That's all good. Oh. Is he gonna... Is Luke... Wow. Oh no!
Oh, wow.
Wow, Order 66. I mean, he had to be there. Whose lightsaber was that? Oh, no. Goodness. I feel like there's going to be so many cues in the music this episode.
Yeah.
Back to Mando just chilling in the grass. And by the way, I'm at 1435, 1436, 37, 38.
What the heck?
Oh my goodness. This episode, it's firing on all cylinders right now.
Yep.
So Ahsoka and Luke have just been hanging out.
I guess.
Oh my goodness. What? Yeah, John Ramos, holy cow. Holy cow is right. Oh, wow. We're yet to see Boba, and we're 15 minutes in. Interesting. Oh my goodness.
His outfit is so cool.
I love this. Yeah. What's in the bag? What's in the bag? Oh, man. Pop's gonna get a noise complaint from the neighbors. Yeah. I'm sure everybody's screaming. No, Mando's gotta see him. Oh no. Oh, Ahsoka, don't do this. Mando's not... No, there's no way. Is Mando just gonna let him Oh, no. He's got to see him. Okay. Okay. Growth. Wow. And he takes off without Grogu. Oh, regular guy Jedi father will always do what's best for his child. Yeah. Don't I know it? Luke carrying Grogu in a backpack. The McDonald's arch stands for Mayor McCheese. You might be onto something. Is he going to force jump? Teach him to force jump. He's teaching us all how to force jump tonight. Ooh. The chills. The chills. Oh, the music is Grogu's theme. Oh, running through the forest with Grogu on his back, doing flips.
So cool.
I love this so much. Oh, that's alive. I did not have Luke training Grogu on my bingo card tonight.
No, I didn't either. It's crazy. Speechless.
Everyone's going to want that backpack now, too. The Force. Ooh. Oh my goodness, Grogu. Water buffalo. Or whatever they were. I don't know what those were. There's... Oh. Okay. We got Luke with a saber.
This is crazy.
Oh. It's a beautiful sight. It's a beautiful sight. A training remote. Wait, are we gonna see Grogu with the saber? Are we?
That'd be crazy.
Is Luke controlling the remote? Does that mean Obi-Wan was controlling the remote on the Falcon?
Huh, maybe so.
Because that did look like Luke was controlling it.
Yeah, it did.
Ooh! This is just silly, but I love it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Ahsoka and Luke.
Together. It's crazy.
Not something I think any of us really thought we'd see.
Yeah.
Wow. We're past the halfway point on this episode. We've seen no Boba.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Luke. Oh, let's see what it is. I definitely love seeing Luke as a Jedi Master teacher.
Yes.
Okay, that gave me chills. That gave me chills. I'm not gonna lie, that gave me chills. So much like your father. Oh, man. I don't understand why Ahsoka is a Starbucks reference.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't get that. Explain that one to me, Jeff, if you have it. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're getting back to Boba. We're going to end the rest of this episode on Boba. We have to.
Yeah.
There it is. Oh my goodness. Oh, the woman who's a Starbucks image. That does look a bit like Ahsoka with the striped.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay. She does look like the siren. I see it. In the golden arches are Mayor McCheese. Or Mayor McShais. Oh, man. This is why I wish we would have seen Grogu wear the whatever it was.
Yeah.
Okay, the mods are here. Love it. Mayor McShais. And Chris Santon's hanging out. I love that Chris Santon's there. Yes. Yep. They're putting everything together. Oh. Oh. Interesting. I think we lost Ryan, but he'll be back. What the heck is that? Are we talking sand people? Are we talking sand people? Oh my, that's the crate dragon skull on top of the sandcrawler? Oh my god. That's amazing. I'm glad tonight's drink was hosted in a Jawa cup.
So
Ready for this? And Cobb Vanth and the townspeople of Mos Pelgo. Yep, it is all coming together. It's all coming together. He's going to Cobb, yeah. I love the bandana look. I'm gonna have to implement that. Yeah. Timothy Oliphant, you handsome bastard. Look at this guy. I love every second he's on screen. Couple snorts of spotchka. Come on. Ooh, good point. Don says Din is still limping. He is. Oh, I like that bar that it's in like the skeleton of something.
Yeah, that's cool.
What is that? Please tell me that's a crate skeleton, because that was not there on episode 1 of Mando season 2. Freetown. It is a dragon ribs.
That's city folk.
Oh man. Go on. I love how much this is all coming together.
Yeah. It's like it was planned all along.
This really is just an extension of Mando.
Yeah, it is.
We're setting up for a big battle next week.
Mm-hmm.
Realistically, we got about 10 to 15 minutes left of show.
Is that no way?
Yeah, who is that?
Wait. No. This might
Yeah. Who is that? Okay. Is that a pike?
No.
I don't want to go too far in the chat because I know Jeffrey Clenard's ahead of us by a bit. And I'm like, don't ruin it for me. Don't ruin it for me. Okay. I recognize that shape. I recognize that hat. No way. No way. Oh my god.
This is crazy.
I'm opening the toy. I have it boxed. I'm opening the toy tonight. I don't need to go to eBay. I already have it.
This is ridiculous.
He works for the Pikes. Oh, man.
He's like, get inside.
They really did it.
This is crazy.
They really did it. Oh. No way. Those teeth are intense. Holy crap, indeed. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Do not. No. No. I gotta adjust my chair. I've overstepped my carpet here on the ground. No. Do not mess with Cobb Vanth. I am gonna be so mad if anything happens to Cobb Vanth. Do not. Oh. Whew. Don't do it.
Stressful.
Don't. No.
Oh gosh.
No. Oh, wow. Please tell me
Dead, or is he just...
he's still alive. Oh, and here we are at the sanctuary. This is the thumbnail.
Yeah.
And the Pikes show up with the Kemtono.
That was so stressful. It was so cool, though.
Oh. This is the end. The episode's got to be over in like 8 minutes. Garza Whip. Oh my goodness. I like the music choice. I do like the music choice. A Chadra fan, the little bat. Love it. Pike's like, nope. Do not touch our helmets. And they just dip? They're just gonna leave? Oh, they left the camp. They left the camp. Oh!
Oh no. Oh.
All right, this episode came for me, man. It's like it just. Oh my goodness. Oh, Nate. I'm glad you're here, though, buddy. I'm glad you're here, Nate. Okay. Whoa. What's in the bag? What's in the bag? What's in the bag? Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, what is this? Oh, the music, the music. What, Luke? What are you doing?
Huh.
It's a real Sophie's choice there, Luke. Don't. They're gonna break our heart. They're gonna break our heart right now. Ah! And they're gonna leave it at that. Oh God! Get out of here! Get out of here! Oh, get out of here. Man.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
No Boba Fett. Not at all. Let's hang out. Let's watch the artwork for a minute. We see the... Oh, man. Galen Howard says, take both. You're giving a toddler that choice is questionable. You're right. Best episode ever, period? I don't know about best. But, damn, that was good. Oof. I don't even know where to start on this episode. There's so much that happened here. Droid Shelf, you're back. That was crazy, right? Did I miss a sandcrawler? You must have missed a sandcrawler. Yeah, the sandcrawler had the big giant crate skull on it. Oh, yeah, everyone's coming back in. Everyone's coming back in. That was one hell of a cliffhanger. Oh. No, it's a concept art of all the pikes and the speeder. It was definitely way different than that concept art. Yeah. What a cruel thing to do to Grogu. Cad frickin' Bane. Oh my. And I'll be honest, I didn't love the way Cad Bane looked. It was fine. It was a little off, but it was fine. Oh my. I just want to catch the last of this concept art before I started over. Okay, the concept art's done. I'm going back to the beginning, and I'm just going to let it play while we talk. Oh, it didn't do it. Do it. Go back. That episode was insane. How do they do that? How the heck do they keep, like, wowing us with this stuff?
I don't know. I mean, that was... I didn't expect any of that.
Let me make sure I turn you up here. I can't quite hear. There you go.
Let me get back to my mic. Okay. Is that better?
Yeah, way better. Way better.
Yeah, okay.
That was nuts. And again, here we are, second to last episode. Book of Boba Fett. Boba Fett was nowhere to be found this whole episode.
But it's sort of like... It sort of makes the name of the show make sense. It's the Book of Boba Fett. So if you're reading a book, most stories have different characters, different character arcs and stuff that play into it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's not unheard of to like jump into other character stories in the middle of a book. That's actually super normal. Like, no, it totally makes sense. And I'm not mad about that at all. Like that was, and someone said earlier, best episode ever. That was great.
It was wonderful.
I had no inkling of an idea at all that's what we were going to get. I didn't think we would get a Luke heavy episode in Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
In Ahsoka, I didn't see Ahsoka showing. That was not on my bingo card at all. Ahsoka showing up.
Yeah, not at all.
I thought maybe we'd get a little bit of Grogu, maybe just a smidge. I didn't think we'd get his training. I didn't think we'd get him having to make the choice between armor or a lightsaber presented to him. So that leaves the question, what do we see next week?
I guess hopefully it's the war. Hopefully it's the...
And
I don't think Cobb
Cad Bane?
I don't think Cobb is dead.
No, Cobb's not dead. There's no way they killed off Cobb in that exchange.
Cad Bane.
But
good gracious,
Cad Bane.
When I saw that silhouette from far away, I'm like, "That's freaking Cad Bane." But I didn't want to
the
say
hat
because
the hat.
Yeah, I was like, "Cad Bane's coming."
Oh my goodness! Can you believe they did this to us tonight? Like, I'm still processing a lot of what we just saw.
I'm surprised.
Holy crap! They gave us
perfect.
Luke, Grogu, Ahsoka, Cad Bane, no Boba Fett, more Mando. And at the same time, Mando and Grogu did not meet up.
Yeah.
They had them both so close, but still separate.
But he knew that. They both knew that they were there because he saw him and Grogu.
He sensed him. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that.
And we got Cobb Vanth, a good amount of Cobb Vanth. Yeah. I loved Cobb Vanth, like Timothy Olyphant.
I want that outfit.
Yes,
Batu.
Yes. Oh, I love the big red bandana, that textured red shirt, just his whole demeanor. I love Cobb Vanth, and I love in Mando Season 2, Episode 1, when we first saw Cobb Vanth, I loved how similar he was to his character in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. earlier in the stream you mentioned the meme of Leonardo DiCaprio
Yeah,
pointing. That's from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And in that, one of the fake shows they do is called Lancer. And it's Timothy Olyphant, basically the same character as in a Western. It's basically the same character. I hear you've been pushing Lancer pretty hard. It's like, it's a very similar thing. And I loved it in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And to see pretty much Timothy Olyphant back in a Western, I'm all for it. Oh, they gave us a lot tonight. Gadget Trish is saying, I apologize to my neighbors for screaming 3 a.m. so many times. Yeah, she's on the East Coast. So yeah, that is.
I can't scream. I can't.
God.
They gave us so
epic.
much, but they gave us so many more questions. So many more questions.
And that's a successful show.
So cool.
That is such a successful show. There's nothing wrong with him having both saber, right? Why couldn't he do both? Why not both?
That's the way.
More excited now to see what they're going to give us on the last episode. That was definitely a way to build us up for the last one. Grogu will build his own saber when he's back with Din. I like that a lot. What if we see Grogu roll up next episode, full armor but no lightsaber? Oh, Cheerful Cupcake donated $13. Oh, you know what that means? Our old friend Kroger's gonna pop up. Oh, where is he? Hello, hi there. Thank you so much for your super chat. Now, if only I could find it. I don't know where. There it is. I found it. In the James Bond novel From Russia with Love, Bond isn't in it till halfway. Well, that's a good point. Well, maybe my little nephew Grogu might show up. I don't know. But either way, thank you for your super chat. Grogu's weird. Grogu's a weird dude. I don't know why he does that. He just he wants to keep the Star Speeder fueled up. Nato's just like, Grogu, yeah. Grogu's back. Grogu's a wild one. Cad Bane was a Clone War era bounty hunter, generally on the wrong side of Jedi. So this I think Cad Bane's appearance makes perfect sense. Of course he's working with the Pikes. Of course they hired him to make sure nothing goes too crazy. I think that makes absolute perfect sense. Now, I do still want to see maybe a Bosk or a Dengar or some of the older bounty hunters show up. That would be cool in the last episode. That would really blow my mind. But Cad Bane, even though he did look a little funky, the face... And I feel like they keep doing this to us. Where it's like, when we got Luke at the end of Mando Season 2, it's like, no, he looked fine. And it's kind of off. And even in this, he did look good. But he didn't... There was still... It was a little off at sometimes. And I feel like the fan community is going to show up, and like they always do, they're going to do better. And we're going to see in 2 to 3 days, mark my words, 2 to 3 days here on YouTube, there's going to be some fan channel that's like, oh, we did the CGI but better. And it's actually going to look...
That's from today. Remember?
You sent me that earlier. Yeah. And I think that looks better than what we saw tonight. It looks great.
And it's so crazy that showed up today.
Like, you literally sent me that hours ago. Yeah. Just a few hours ago. Yeah. And so we're going to see people take the Cad Bane shots, do them better. We're going to see people take all the Luke shots, do them better. Which is interesting and weird that's the world we live in, where the fan community, it's going to be some 13-year-old who's got a knack for this stuff, who's just like, yeah, no, I just whipped it up. It was great. Like, where did you come from, kid? And this kid's got a bright future, I'm sure. But it's just a funny world we live in, where, like, the fan community is just going to outdo what we're officially given. It is what it is. I'm not mad about it. I'm like, I think it's great. It's cool because it's going to push things further down the line. Once we get that 13-year-old a job working for Lucasfilm, and that happened with the people who did the Luke one. After the end of Mando Season 2, on YouTube, I think it was a younger guy, was like, hey, I did it better. Lucasfilm hired that person. That got him a job. So, please, I hope somebody shows up in the next couple days and says, yep, I whipped it up better. Because it's only going to make the entertainment for us as the viewers even better. So I'm all for it.
Yeah. Now, only Disney would do that with us Etsy people making all this stuff. Oh, we'll just hire him to make.
We'll just hire you to make the cool stuff. Yes. If only. If only.
If only.
And I've been a subject to that too. So back when I first started using YouTube, I was painting Disney art on shoes, and I've seen some of my ideas show up in official capacity at the parks, and be like, yeah, I designed that. Using their IP, sure. But I definitely designed that, and that was me, the first person to come up with that idea. And there it is in the parks. It is what it is. I can't, it's their IP. I can't be mad.
It's their IP. Can't do anything.
All right, let's check in on the chat here. New crystal shards. Now, this is a great episode. Yeah, there's a lot tonight. There was a lot tonight. I'm glad people are excited about your crystal shards. When you told me about it, I was like, oh, this is a good idea. I like this. I'm all for this. Let's see here. Jesse Style says, Cad was a little light in his coloring. I agree. He did look a little light. I would have liked him a little darker.
Sunscreen. He had a lot of sunscreen on.
It was Tatooine. It was Tatooine. It was a little pasty. Yeah. But no, I agree with that, though. I think that's what I felt, too, when I was watching. I was like, he looked a little too light of a blue. I would have liked him a little darker, a little deeper hue. And that can be done in color correction and post. Like, maybe they update that in a couple weeks, and we're like, oh, what? All of a sudden, when we watch the replay, he's a little darker now. You could easily do that in post. Bane, the hardcore bad guy. Hope the Marshal's okay. I hope so too. I think he is. I think Cobb Vanth is going to be fine. We're going to see him and the rest of the townsfolk show up next week, and it's going to be on. They took down a crate dragon. The townsfolk of now Freedom Town, right? What do they call it? Something like that. Freedom Town. Freetown. I think if they could band together with the Sand People. Maybe we'll see more Sand People. Maybe we see Freetown, Sand People, a healing Cobb Vanth, Mando, all take on the Pikes.
Throw the Jawas in too. Why not?
Why not? Why not? The Jawas have actually been a little integral part in a lot of this. So
now that would be cool if they throw the Jawas in, and their role is they are basically sneaking in.
Oh no, we lost him. He'll be back. He'll be back in a second, I promise. He's going to call back in. I'll get him. But I think I know where he was going with that. I think I do know where he was going with that. And here he is. It happened again. But so no, elaborate on what you were saying. You think the Jawas
are like they throw them in to mess up the ships. You see them crawling under the Pikes stuff, taking all the parts.
You know what? You're right. There's a reason they mentioned that.
Yeah.
They were able to crawl under the Pike shipping. They mentioned that in the last episode. And this episode, there was a moment before we saw the Sandcrawler with the giant skull on top. Before that, Mando mentioned something about foot soldiers or something like that. I'll have to get back to it. But there was a point where Mando mentioned something and we cut to the Jawas.
Yeah.
And I think that added with what you just brought up is a great point. We will probably see Jawas next episode fighting alongside everybody else, or at least, like you're saying, sabotaging the Pikes.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot. Cool. Having Ahsoka interacting with Luke, think about all the things she could tell him about his parents. I know. That moment where she was like, oh, just like your dad. That was cool. That was really cool.
Yeah, you think they would learn about the attachment stuff. Because look what happened to Anakin, you know? Maybe they should...
But I do like that Luke gave him the choice.
Yeah.
That's very Luke, right? Like, that's very Luke to be like, look, I know attachment's bad. We've seen it happen and it's gone bad. But I need to give you the choice.
Yeah.
And it's very understanding Luke to be like, no, you choose. And then I'll know what to do with you after that. And then they ended it on that, though. Like, how... Yeah. How are we going to know? How are we going to know? Caitlin Howard says he was pale from walking in the desert. Yeah. Cad needs a bigger hat. Maybe he does, because he was very pale. If I wasn't saving up to get your own astromech, you'd buy one of the crystals, because those from this guy look... no, those crystals look amazing, man. The shards, the whole idea of it is such a cool thing. Todd Atwell says, Bane is older, color is a lot less. I didn't know that's how Duros aged, but it's possible. It's possible. Cad was in a back-to-tank for the past 20 cycles. I mean, we recently saw him in Bad Batch. And so technically, that's the most recent we saw him, was Bad Batch pre-Episode 4 era. And we haven't seen him till now, just post-Episode 6. If I'm getting my timelines correct. Swanson Forever says, it's your birthday, you're 22. Well, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, that's cool of you to be hanging out here in the stream on your birthday. Happy birthday. How many episodes are in Book of Boba Fett? I thought there was only 6. There's 7. Next week, we have one more in this season. Now, there was an interview that Tamora Morrison did that hinted at there would be more. But we don't know if officially that's going to be more Book of Boba Fett, or if that just means Mando Season 3. Because if Book of Boba Fett's any indicator, Mando was a heavy part of this episode. This was very heavy Mando, very heavy Grogu, very little Boba Fett. So it stands that episode or Season 3 of Mando could have a very heavy Boba Fett episode.
That's true.
So it could go either way. Let's see here. Jennifer says, glad Cad Bane looked more practical effects, not all CGI. Yeah, I like that too. I like that too. Again, I do agree with the pale criticism. He was a little pale, but I liked that it was practical. Didn't Cad shoot the Marshal right in the heart? I don't know. Even if he did, yeah, and I do think it was probably a little more off, but even if he did, they brought Fennec back from the dead, basically, with cyborg parts in her stomach.
Yeah.
Nothing's off the table at this point. Jeffrey says, Cad Bane should have made his cash offer and left. He pissed off the town. He did. He absolutely did. Jawas could come in and break down ships and such. They took apart from the Pike ship already. Yep, that's exactly what you were saying. And I think they told us that in the last episode for that reason, to set this up, that next week we're going to see the Jawa. And that's probably why they sent Mando back to Tatooine to deal with Peli, who dealt with the Jawas, that she dated them, they were furry, whatever. I think a big part of that, and giving him the Naboo Starfighter, which I don't think he'll end up with ultimately, but I think part of that was the Jawa story development. Was so we can get what you're saying. So we could hear that little nugget. They're like, oh, because they spent a lot of time on that. They spent, you can just give them a list and they'll get you parts?
Yeah.
And then later the little payoff of like, you just took that from Pike ships? That was too many steps specifically on the Jawas and how they work to not give us something of a payoff for that later.
Yeah, I think so.
So yeah, I think both of you guys are right on that. Rebel Pop says, where did Cad and Boba leave off last? Been a while, right? Like I was saying a minute ago, I think the last time we officially saw Cad in the timeline was Bad Batch? When he was trying to get Omega.
I think so. The last with Boba and Cad, there was the scene that was never made that they had animatics of a duel between them, and Cad shoots Boba in the head, and that's how he gets the dent in the helmet.
That's right. That is right. Oh, we got a super chat, so you know what that means.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man. We got a super chat from Chris Bravo. He says, sorry, was that a deep fake CGI or Sebastian? Thoughts on how Luke looked? Well, as an old friend told Lukey boy, I thought he looked all right. A little weird at first, but I think he looked all right. How about you? Looks like somebody switched to the wrong scene. Grogert is taking over and doing things weird around here. Chris Bravo, thank you so much for the super chat. It's live.
Alicia,
who knows what's going to happen?
Alicia just asked probably the most important question of this whole thing. Alicia, I guess it's Alicia.
Did Max Rebo die in the Sanctuary explosion? No, don't do that to me. I didn't even want to think about any of that. Don't do that to me, Alicia. Don't even bring that bad juju up right now. No.
I'm sure he ducked. He ducked behind.
No.
His little keyboard.
No. No. You know what? He survived an explosion before. I'm saying he survived this one. He survived it before.'s surviving this one. How dare you put that out there? How dare you do that to us today? I hope Max Rebo's safe. Hashtag pray for Max Rebo. and so to what you were saying earlier, Todd Atwells brings it up. Boba's helmet is dinged up because of Cad Bane. Yeah. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Oh, there's someone disrupting the stream right now. Uh-oh. Oh, that was Grogu. Or Grogert. I'll never get their names right. Thomas Hudson, have a good night. Be the spark, my friend. I'm sure we'll see you soon. Yep, Boba shot Cad in the head. He got cybernetics in his... Oh, did he get cybernetics in his head? I didn't know that. I did not know that. Manny Robbins says, what do you think the next lightsaber forged lightsaber will be? Oh, I don't know. Ahsoka. Wait, no, we have Ahsoka. I think it... maybe an Anakin? I don't know, it's weird because they're all character-based. Yeah, I don't know, maybe Anakin. Maybe specifically like a weird Anakin or... I don't know. There's too many dang lightsabers in that line. Mark Hamill is credited. So he probably did some of the voice or some of the...
Yeah.
Something. MagFed says, no! Not Max. I know. At least he says he probably has 9 lives. Let's hope he does.
Yeah.
Let's hope he does. Galen Howard said, the Pikes are really going to get their buttons kicked by all the BS they're pulling. I mean, the Pikes have been just a problem from the beginning. Last week we had Peli saying, the whole planet's gone to crap, or it's gone to hell since they've shown up. Yeah. Jennifer Jones, Max, no! Max Rebo, yes, Max Rebo must live.
Did we see him in that scene? I'm trying to remember back. Was he?
We didn't. I didn't see him. I'll skip ahead in a minute. But
he was. Is his day off?
We did see the Bith though.
Yeah.
It might have been Figure and Dan. So did Figure and Dan die? Okay, I'm gonna skip ahead.
Oh man.
I normally don't do this, but I'm gonna skip ahead. I'm gonna go to the beginning of this whole scene. Okay, just after Cad Bane showed up and shot. I can't believe he shot Cobb Vanth. Okay, so I'm gonna watch the scene. I have not seen Max yet. I see a lot of weird people, aliens, people hanging out. A lot of cool outfits. I need to rewatch these scenes just for the outfits. I'm at 38 minutes and 27 seconds, 28, 29. I just skipped ahead. But I'm looking for Max. I'm looking for both Max and Figure and Dan. I see Figure and Dan. He's in the background. 38 minutes, 35 seconds is where he was. I'm at 41 now. 42, 43. I'm looking for Max. I did not see Max in that shot.
Good. Day off. We'll call it that.
I hope so. The drummer's there. I see Figure and Dan. Full shot on Figure and Dan. I did not see Max. I did not see Max Rebo at all. I'm looking at every frame. I'm gonna try not to look at you, but I want to make sure. Please tell me Max wasn't there. Give him the day off. Kill Figure and Dan, but save Max. I'm Team Max Rebo. Okay, Pikes are getting up. Pikes are leaving. I'm going to turn my volume up a smidge. I can't tell if that's keyboard I'm hearing. Wait, you forgot your Cantono? And it blows up. I didn't see Max Rebo anywhere.
He's safe.
I did not see Max Rebo anywhere, and I think he is safe. All my lights went out. I got to turn them back on. I'm going to scroll back to 21 minutes. Does Han show up next? What do you think? How do you feel about that?
I don't know. I mean, that would be crazy.
It would, right? I think it would be a lot. I don't think there's good reason for Han to show up in the next episode. They haven't given us the right reason yet. But also, I didn't think Cobb Vanth would show up this episode.
Yeah. Grogu senses a problem on Tatooine, tells Luke. Luke calls his buddies. They pick him up. Han, Leia, Chewie,
Han and
Grogu
Leia
fly in, save the day.
It could happen. It absolutely could happen.
At this point, anything could happen.
Literally anything could happen. Alicia here says Max will make a comeback on the Star Cruiser. Wouldn't that be amazing? I know we're getting a Rhodian keyboard player. That's in the description. So, who knows? Another droid bites the dust and goes out in a blazing glory. The drummer droid. He was there. He was there. Jeffrey thinks no Han. Yeah, I think maybe no Han. It was rumored. I heard the rumor. But wow. We got Cad Bane. That was rumored too, as another bounty hunter. So I just feel like I'm back on the training remote part. I'm at 23 minutes. Just seeing that training remote and seeing how Luke looks at it, that changes the whole training remote sequence for me in A New Hope. I think Obi-Wan does control it. And I think Luke's controlling this one. The way he looks at it and tracks it. And that who knows? Who knows? All right. They're trying to expand the universe. It's funny you say that, Sniper DGS, because it does feel like they are expanding the universe a little bit, but they're also keeping it very closed to just the characters we know.
Yeah.
Sometimes I would rather they expand it a little bit more and make us feel like the galaxy's bigger, but they keep just coming back to these core characters. I mean, how much of Luke did we get in this episode? And that brings us, and not that I'm complaining, but we get a lot of Luke all the dang time. They're not making it bigger, they're just bringing it smaller, and it's like, oh, it still revolves around Luke. So I feel both ways about that. And see, this is the rumor. Harrison was reported to be doing work for Star Wars. I heard that too. I've seen that reported by a lot of outlets. None of them super reputable. Anybody can report a rumor. None of them were like the big entertainment industry outlets. So I don't know how much stock to put in that. But Boba Fett was responsible for Han's freezing in Empire. He was the one who got him to, caught him on Cloud City. Kind of. I mean, Vader did too, I guess. Lando was more responsible than anybody. Jeff says, let me pull it back up. Of course, Star Wars likes to show big explosions where aftermath isn't as boom as you were led to believe. Death Star 2 and Sail Barge. Yeah, no, I get that. Does a young Ben Solo show up? I don't think so. Yeah, maybe Mando season 3 or probably Ahsoka. That actually, given tonight's episode, that makes way more sense that young Ben Solo, would show up in the Ahsoka series. Because we know Ahsoka knows about the new temple. Yeah. We know Ahsoka's been in touch with Luke now. So it would make more sense to see a young Ben in the Ahsoka series. Neftali says, love the episode, not going to lie. Cad Bane was a little freaky. Nate O'Shea says, Cad's teeth are sharper than I thought they'd be. That was the thing that took me out of it a little bit, too. The teeth were a little sharper than I thought they'd be. And he was a little more pale. Jennifer Jones says, how long do you have to be subbed to chat in this chat? Actually, today, I set it for a week. I set 7 days as the... you have to be subbed for 7 days. I can change it. But I set it only because I've been getting a lot of rude-ass people showing up because of my Star Cruiser vids.
Oh, wow.
And like it's one and it's fine if you want to sub and like hate watch, that's fine, I guess. But it's like it's just annoying. And I didn't want him to ruin the chat. So tonight specifically, I was like, I know I picked up a lot of subs because of the Star Cruiser coverage. And that's fine if you want to hate watch, you want to be like, I hate it, it's expensive, I'm mad, whatever. Do what you got to do. But I kind of wanted the chat to be more fun. And I didn't want to have any Debbie Downers, so I set it for 7 days. So, to answer that question, there you go. I was looking out for you guys for the most part. Joe V, thanks you for subscribing. It's what keeps us coming back. I'm not sure what that's referring to, but yeah. Nate, I agree. I didn't think they would be that sharp either. Yeah, Cad Bane's teeth were a little much. Oh, this is interesting. IMDb, I think you mean IMDb, showed Harrison Ford on Book of Boba Fett for episode 7. Now, until something comes out, you can't fully trust IMDb.
Yeah.
After the fact, after movies come out, after shows come out, the information's pretty concrete after the fact. But before, anybody can technically, if you have an IMDb Pro account or whatever, can technically add whatever they want to the file. After it comes out and it's been confirmed and concrete, there's no changing it. But before, it's hard to take that seriously. When you think about it, R2 is a freaking snitch. No, you're right. And he's been... Well, he is and he isn't. Because he could have opened his mouth during A New Hope and been like, hey, wait a minute, I have all this... I know who these people are.
Yeah.
He could have, maybe he's not a snitch. I just want to see Cal Kestis spinning around that double-bladed light. Do you think we'll see Cal? I don't think we'll see Cal anytime soon. Maybe in the Ahsoka show. Maybe. That's a tough one. Still hope we see more Mandos come to the fight. I think so too. Maybe we will next week. Blueprint, badass chapter, keeps getting better. I agree. I didn't think, like, I had no clue that this is what tonight was going to be. I thought we'd get Boba.
I did too.
But I'm also not mad that we didn't.
No.
We got some good stuff tonight. Like, that was great. Regular guy Jedi, what is it? Keep doing Star Cruiser vids. You're counting. Okay, well, I'm going to keep them up. Andy says, haters going to hate. They're sad, strange little people. No, I agree. They are. And it's one thing for you guys to, like, say that and see that, but I get notifications on my phone for it. I have to be like, oh, what? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All day. So it's a little more draining on my end to have to see that kind of stuff. But I try to just do, I'm just going to show up and like what I like. Maybe Han does show up in Kira, and that's what causes the rift with Leia.
Oh.
I like it. There's been a lot of rumors of a lot of people thinking Kira might show up.
Yeah, there have been rumors. Yeah.
How would you feel about that?
I would like to see her again. I like that character.
Right? Oh, we lost Ryan. He'll be back in like 20 seconds. I know he will. Yeah, I like all his chill people. Right? We're a good group. I like you guys. We're a very good group. And you're back.
Yeah, Lucasfilm is watching. They're shutting me down. I would love to see her come back in some form. Maybe like as part of Crimson Dawn. Kira.
Right? I feel like, and I've seen the videos of people breaking down the subtle hints at what could be Crimson Dawn. I would like it. I wouldn't be mad at that at all. I'd be like, yeah, no, this is cool. I mean, the people like shown the Mayor Mok Shaiz's throne looks kind of like a Crimson Dawn emblem with the U shape. Yeah. I wouldn't be mad at that at all. I think that'd be a good payoff to Solo.
It would be. I mean, and we haven't seen the mayor, right? He hasn't been back.
He hasn't been back since the second chapter, maybe?
He may show back up with
we need to see something. Dawn. Mayor McCheese needs to show back up. Mandy Robbins, imagine if Maul showed up. I don't think Maul will.
He's dead, isn't he?
He's dead. He's very dead. Obi-Wan killed him, but, if there's any character that's shown up over and over and over, it's Maul. But I wouldn't expect him in this. If they're going to be ridiculous and bring him back, I would think Ahsoka. World Between Worlds, if you look at the Ahsoka logo, you look at the artwork, whatever, for her, the emblem of the episode, it's very World Between Worlds. If we're going to bring Maul back, it happens in World Between Worlds.
Yeah.
But I don't think they should. I think we're done with Maul. I want new.
Yeah.
I want the galaxy to get bigger and not keep focusing on the same things over and over. Beforehand it pulls from Google even. For IMDb. Yeah, it can pull from Google. And so it's hard to trust IMDb before something comes out. We know Grogu won't be in the Jedi Academy when it falls. Do we, though? We don't know who was or wasn't in the Jedi, unless the comics say specifically. Disney would never harm him, so at some point he will leave the temple. Oh, put it back up. Possibly he goes back to his race of beings. Does that mean there's a bunch of Yoda, Yaddle species out there?
Somewhere.
I mean, there's got to be more than the two.
Yeah.
And I don't think Grogu is Yoda or Yaddle's kid. Had to have come from somewhere. Didn't think Yoda's lightsaber was still intact after he lost it. That's fair. I didn't. Yeah, it's weird. Luke just had it. He was just hanging on to it.
Found this laying around.
Remember, things translate a little different from anime cartoons and real life practical effects. Even CGI things translate a little differently. So you think they did good? Yeah, no, absolutely. Every even animation to animation have different iterations, right? You look at what Ahsoka looked like in Rebels versus what Ahsoka looked like in Clone Wars. They look way different. So that to live action to every iteration's got a different style to it. So you're right. You're right. Nate O'Shea says Cobb is alive. He seems short in the shoulder, or seems shot in the shoulder maybe, and they were dressing his left shoulder chest area. Yeah. They should make a Yoda legacy saber. I bet they do. I bet they do between now and May the 4th, or it releases May the 4th. We're still waiting on Cal Kestis, though.
Yeah.
So
that's the one I want.
Yeah, same. I'm not a big fan of the legacy, especially now that I have some of the crazier NeoPixel. It's going to be hard to ever pick up a legacy, but Cal Kestis is one of the ones I want.
Yeah.
All right, let me skip through here. I'm starting to lose my voice. I can feel it. We need a bigger Thanos-level villain above the Pikes. I think Crimson Dawn fits that bill.
Yeah, I do too.
Does anyone read the current comics? Are you up on the comics?
No, I'm not
me
up
either.
on the comics.
Speaking of comics, though, and the fans of the Star Cruiser, tomorrow, Wednesday, Halcyon Legacy issue number 1 drops.
Ah.
So head to your comic shops. I've got my comic shop. They're pulling them for me. So I have to go drop my car off to get fixed. I was hit on Christmas. This is something I've never mentioned on video before. My neighbor backed into me on Christmas, and I heard it, and I looked out the window and was like, what? Did someone hit my car? I couldn't tell. It was on Christmas. And they drove off. And so I was like, who the... And the next morning, we woke up and we're like, oh my God, there's a giant dent in my door. I didn't think anything of it. I was like, wait a minute. I think I heard the neighbor hit me. And so contact the neighbor. We're like, hey, did you guys back into me? They did. They admitted to it. We're finally getting it fixed a few weeks later. And yeah, so tomorrow I got to drop off my car. But when I drop off my car and get a rental while they fix the door, I'm skipping work to drop off my car and go to the comic book store to pick up my Halcyon Legacy comic. That's my plan for tomorrow at 10:30. I'm like, well, comic book shop opens at 10. I have to drop my car off at 10:30. Let me go do that, take the rental to the comic book store, pick up the Star Cruiser, and I'll probably sit in the rental, take pictures, and post them on Instagram. So be ready tomorrow. But yeah, I'm stoked. I'm stoked on the comic. I'm stoked on Star Cruiser. Where is the chat here? Yeah, Maul is dead at this point, Razor Ramen. I agree with you. Maul is dead. Yeah. We're not going to... Don't do it. If you do it, and you're going to be that ridiculous, do it during Ahsoka, but not now. Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau were the saviors of Star Wars. Sure, I can see that. I don't disagree. But I feel like there's more. There's more at play here. Did anyone lose it when they played Yoda's theme? The music in this episode was great. So good. I don't know what I'm missing here. Oh, Jeff, you're going to miss the finale here next week? Well, we'll miss you. We'll miss you. Maybe he had one in the Dagobah hut? Oh, what am I missing here? I feel like there's something... There's part of this chat that I missed. So, Cobb Vanth is on my screen right now. I'm at 36:58, pretty much 37 minutes. He really is very light. He's very light. I would have liked a little bit darker, or a little deeper hue Cad Bane. Just the more I see him, the more I'm like, I know they're different in every iteration, every show. And even in what we saw, he was a badass. For the few seconds we saw him.
Yeah.
But what you sent me on Instagram earlier looked better than what we saw in the show tonight.
Yeah, it did. It did.
And it's why? Why is that? Why is that the fans are always like, and it seems like a consistent thing. The fans are doing better than than Lucasfilm is doing. I don't.
Looking at it again. Yeah, it just looks so good.
He looks a little off. And the one you like, I said,
Instagram one.
Oh, the Instagram one looks great.
Yeah, it looks so good.
It looks perfect. And that's a fan-made thing. And so it's not that it doesn't exist. It's not that Disney couldn't do it or Lucasfilm couldn't do it. They could. Are they just not hiring the right people? Are they...
Nick Tyrell, professional creature costume, prosthetic, props, mold maker, and model maker.
Hire that man.
TV interesting.
Hire that man. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try and pull it up, and I'm gonna see if I can put it on screen here for a second. It's gonna be weird because it's gonna be me literally holding it up to the camera.
He's done a lot of Star Wars too.
Okay, so friendos, look at that. I'm gonna go me solo for a second. That looks better than what we saw in tonight's episode. Doesn't that look good? Like, that looks really, really good. And just the color alone, I think, looks better than what we saw in tonight's episode. Let me know what you think in the chat. I think that looks great. I think that looks, like, really, really good. So, yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Let me get back into the chat here. Caitlin Ryan says there's a whole new comic starting focusing on Crimson Dawn. And it's funny, because I mentioned this earlier. How many times have they given us a little hint at something and then not delivered on it? And again, I'm one of the positive people who's still like, no, I still like everything. I still love, I'm still happy to be here and part of it. But I have to be real sometimes. They'll give us these nuggets and we take them and we're like, yeah, this is cool. They're setting up something big. And they kind of don't actually end up getting to it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, then what was that for? Maybe it'll pay off like 4 or 5 things down the road, but yeah. Aiden's asking a question. Oh, yeah.
Somebody asked if I prefer this one. Yes, I prefer this one. The FX, the Black Series.
The Black Series, right?
Yeah, Black Series way better, in my personal opinion, to the Legacy one.
No, I agree. I think just the features alone. Does it have the wall burn?
Oh, yeah.
It's got wall burn. It's got blaster deflection. Blaster deflection, wall burn. I think it even has a lockup.
Yeah, it's got like everything.
Yeah, no, the features on the Black... It's about $100 more, usually, for the Black Series versions of things over Legacy. And I feel like the $100 is well worth it just for the features that the Blade does.
Yeah.
And there's just generally, like, better built.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this thing's heavy. It's got enough to it.
I only have the Revan one, but that's enough for me to know that, like, no, they're better.
And it's got a hole you could put a D-ring through it. if you want to.
Oh, that's cool. Now, I don't think the Legacy one has a D-ring or a hole
No,
or
it
anything.
has the cover tech wheel.
Oh, does it? I didn't know that.
It does. It looks odd. But in the last week, he had a ring on his in the show.
I didn't notice that.
He pulled it out, and there's a ring dangling. So
I did not notice that.
This was more accurate, I think.
Nate's saying, does Cad look off since Clone Wars' color tone was darker? Oh, and Tatooine is brighter, so his skin looks... That's a good point. It could be that brighter sun playing off the skin. No, that's a really good point. MagFed says, I don't think Cad Bane will be around very long. Maybe that's all we got. It's very possible he was just there to send a message, and then we move on. Very possible. Galen was saying, yeah, that looks better than the show. I think so, too. Peter says, I don't know. I think if you go bright blue, it looks too cartoony. Yeah, that's fair. Maul was leader of Crimson Dawn. He was. But I don't think we'll see Maul. I think we get Kira if they go there. Why was Luke's outfit black? Well, I mean, it was in Return of the Jedi, right?
Yeah.
And it was at the end of Mando Season 2. I think that's just Luke's whole vibe. Uh-oh. That's the dark saber you want. Oh, 8th gen. We got a little super chat coming on.
Yes.
Oh, there he is. Oh, hello. Hi there, 8th gen. Thank you for your super chat. My mouth needs to find itself. If Crimson Dawn is in the finale, I'm gonna run through my bedroom wall. Well, thank you for your super chat. Is that Bill Clinton? Oh, Billy Boy smoking his cigar? That's mildly inappropriate. But that's fine. Groger, what are you doing, Groger? What are you saying? Thank you, 8th Gen, for that super chat. If Crimson Dawn's in the finale, I don't know what to tell you. Galen Howard says Buckethead. Yes. All right, my episode's done with. It is 1:22 in the AM. It's like 3-something. Oh, sorry,
yeah,
3:30 in the morning. This has been a lot of fun, guys.
Yeah, it has.
I've loved this. We have one more episode. Uno más. One more for next week. I'm excited for it. I'm going to call it a night. I've had a big day.
Yeah.
I know you should probably get some sleep, too. I got to be at work in a few hours. So, thank you, Ryan, for hanging out and being a part of this. I did have your info. There it is. Ryan Street.
Yeah,
I Am Geek Show. Etsy. Just look up on Etsy. I Am Geek Shop.
Yeah.
That Kyber Crystal set with the shards is coming very soon. And yeah, look forward to a review from me probably soonish. I'm guessing in the next few weeks if you can get it over to me. And yeah, and I'll figure out a way to include it in my bounds. So yeah, man, thank you so much for hanging out tonight. It's been a blast.
Thank you so much.
All right, guys, thank you all so much. Have a good night. I will see you probably sooner than next week. Thank you. I'm going to put a couple more chats on the screen here. Have a good night. You know the deal. Don't be a moof milker, but instead, if you can inspire people to do cool things, to make cool stuff, just like Ryan does here, be the spark. Push your friends to do cool things. Do cool things yourself. And until next time, have a good night. We will see you all later. Bye-bye.